Hot seats.
Of course, big dog. Sounds good to me.
Hmm,
I think I'm
great.
recording. You should be right. Perfect.
All right, you good to go?
Oh yeah, let's fucking go, bro. I'm ready.
Awesome. Well, welcome. Glad to have you with us. And and so unfortunately I can't stay long. I gotta go do my hot seats for fast forward, but Charles and Kevin will be here in Alvin to be the maiden voyage, maiden call for email marketing mastery coach. So I'm gonna hop off and do hot seats. You guys rock it. I'll see you guys later. Bye.
Sick, sick, sick. What's up, dudes? Hope you guys are doing well. Good morning or good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. And we'll wait a little bit. We'll just shoot the shit. Say hello. What's up, Alex? How you doing, broski? And then sweet Tom, thank you, bro. And then Charles, thank you for showing up. I appreciate you. Same with you, Kevin, as well. It's good to see you, bro. All right, cool. Pipe leak soon. Sick. Same here. Um, Wow, we'll wait a little bit just to get started and we'll go from there. Sick. Cool, cool, cool. Alrighty. All right, I think I got everything set up. Sweet. Alrighty, guys. So get started a little bit right now. We should be good. Sweet. All right. So my name is Isaac Lara. It's great to meet you guys. I have been part of this group for quite some time, and pretty much like the first call. I think I missed the first call. I just watched the recording 3, 4 times, and I was confused on exactly what to do and how to implement this. It's pretty scary stuff, and been able to figure that out, and I want to help you guys do that as well. So, really getting a lot of thank you, dude. Lauren's the shit, man, dude. Lauren's so fucking cool. I don't know if you guys have ever met Lauren, but he is one swell human being. You're just like, wow, salt of the earth kind of motherfucker. Pretty cool dude. Um, so pretty much it. Sick, sick, sick. All right, cool. Sweet.
What's up, Isaac? Man, I'm excited for your
What's
call.
up, Lauren? Oh, dude, I appreciate you, man. Yeah, I was just talking you up, saying you're salt of the
Oh,
earth, dude. Well, I
well,
said
well,
motherfucker, but oh well.
well, thank you. I hit everyone up with an everyone tag in Discord, so maybe people will be hopping in.
Oh, okay, sick,
I was
sick.
waiting for the everyone tag. I was sitting around like, I wonder when this call is going to start. When's the everyone coming through? And but we
Gotcha.
got it. We got it
Okay,
now.
so
So
to the everyone tag. Okay, I'm gonna write that in my notes so I make sure I have this right. I like to
yes,
have
we.
autistic detail notes with artistic expression and style. Sick, sick, sick. Okay, everyone. But yeah, dude, how you doing, Lauren? How's everything with you?
I'm living the dream, man. I'm excited to be working with you. I remember, man, we've known each other for a while, and like it's just exciting to see you like just turn into this master, the master that you are. So I'm eager to learn about email, man.
Sick, sick. Yeah, I do appreciate you. I was talking to Alvin about you, like again, like a few other people who are like from Copy Accelerator stuff. I was just like, dude, I've known some of these people for years, so it's cool to
Yeah,
like help out as best I
it goes
can.
back.
Right.
It goes back,
Sweet,
man.
sweet.
Yeah, I know
All right,
Alan wanted
we'll
to
get
jump
started.
on here in a bit too, to shout you out and talk you up.
Oh yeah, dude, Alan's the best. I really super appreciate Alan. Like with all the stuff he's helped me, he's just given me so many opportunities, especially like this. Like this is so cool to help you guys out. I was supposed to like talk about this like joining, but I got like a fat concussion like a few weeks ago, so I wasn't able to like get started. So happy to get this going. And if I
Oh
am a
yeah,
little
man.
bit all over the place, it's because I care.
Well, guys,
Me
guys, I
too.
want to jump in for a second. For everyone on
Yeah,
this
yeah, yeah.
call, you have to understand, like, this dude is like marketing royalty. Like, he can send an email and make $30,000. I guess I can say those numbers. He can make very large numbers from hitting send. And it's one of those things where what Lauren do, what I do, like we're building that, we're building the traffic, working on Facebook, working on Google, but the reality of it is, if you look at, and same thing with Kevin, like he's making offers, Brandon is making offers convert better. But when you look at it, it really kind of comes down to, and this is something that's fundamental, what we're all doing is driving that traffic, getting people to give you their name, ultimately give you their name, email, phone number, SMS, whatever it may be, but ultimately you're trying to generate that because that's something that you own. You don't own Facebook clicks, you don't own Google clicks. They can shut you down at any given time. Once you get someone on an email list, you transition to I own this contact. You know, also you don't own an individual, but I own this contact, and I can take this contact to MailChimp, Aweber, you know, insert any name, any number of email providers like that. But that's the key. Once you have that email, you have the ability to then turn it into clicks and money every single day. Does that make sense? Like what he
You know,
does is
to
magic.
Charles, like, and to put your point too, Charles, like, I know whenever I'm working with an organization and they have a really solid email setup and they've got a great email team or a great email, freelancer or contractor,
Yes.
that makes my job so much easier because I
Yes.
know they're going to be able to monetize all the traffic that I'm bringing them. They're going to be able to monetize that so much more effectively that they can spend more to acquire customers. They're going to have higher LTV, and it just makes me look like more of a rock star because you've got the email support systems. And actually, what I'm curious about, Isaac, what would you say is like what has been like a turning point in your career where maybe you realized the power of email?
Dude, yeah, great question. Thank you for that, Lauren. I think the biggest one was the first set of sales that I got, whereas I bought this course and I was a first responder at the time. I like saved up for two weeks, spent my whole paycheck on this course, and like got my first client. And it was cool getting that paycheck of like, oh shit, this person paid me for that, and then I like did way better for them, and that was a huge game changer for me. And that like helped me get out of like my whole like I don't know what to do. I think this is what I want to do with my life. I'm not 100% sure. And it's been really eye-opening. Um, yeah, for email, anyone who's ever done email or done marketing, you understand like there's this like idea of like, oh, I could do this, I could do that. And sometimes it feels very far away. However, I've been able to figure that out and I want to help you guys do that too and make it a lot easier for you. Like email has helped me out tremendously. It's what I cut my teeth on in the very beginning. I've been able to use email marketing to get my foot in the door to a lot of big companies. I've worked with a lot of high performance people who you've probably read their books or fucking watch their videos on YouTube or whatever. It's really fun to like work with these kind of people because they all have the same idea of what to do. It's like, okay, like I hire you, you make me money. All right, cool. Like, so if I could help all of you guys know how to do that, like get paid and fucking make more money for your clients, it just makes it so much easier. I think that's like the biggest eye opener is just like understanding like, oh shit, like this is a thing that I can leverage for other people and show them like, okay, here's how you can get a customer. Here's how you can get more customers, and here you can duplicate it. And what you were talking about, Lauren, but the email stuff, like the email list is super important because it helps with the front end as well. So if you are scaling ads or buying traffic or anything like that, that email list that you have that you've nurtured, that you have all your buyers and all that stuff, what you could do is upload that list and create a lookalike audience with your ads. So it is a whole process that works together. It's not just like, oh, emails you just send. It's a whole thing that works from front
Mm.
to back. So if you have a very dialed in back end, your front end is just so easy. You're like, okay, I just need to just acquire a relationship. I don't need to be profitable on this very beginning. Just depends on what type of
Mhm.
business model you have. So
You
I
know,
think that's
one
like the
question I
biggest
have
thing.
too,
Yeah,
one
yeah.
question I have too for you, Isaac, like, or series of questions, like, how has email changed recently? Because in the one sense, email has been around for, I mean, decades, right? But in another sense, with deliverability and the changing way that people use email and interact with it, I imagine there's a
Yeah.
very tactical changing aspect to it, just like there is for paid traffic. So what have you noticed there, like some of the timeless principles and some of the more current ones, and particularly for people like that are learning this, like what's the roadmap of learning all the new what's working now in email?
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so the stuff that's been noticing, like the change, obviously, is like the Apple stuff that everyone can say, like Apple privacy stuff that changed, like some of your metrics a little bit different that you compare to. But one thing that I've noticed more and more is just these companies are trying to protect other people from spamming and taking their money or scamming them out of their stuff. So they're like, hey, you can't be making these claims. And I get it. However, I think the biggest different thing you could do is like actually have good product and service. So when you market that, it's not like you're making these ridiculous claims. You're actually able to talk to the person. And the other thing too, on top of that, is not heavily relying on claims. It's just creating more experience. So with the emails you're writing, it's not just like, oh, like here's XYZ, it does this for you. It's like, okay, what does this really do? How can I communicate this with you on you can
Mm.
experience what this product is like? And then the other thing that has helped me a lot with, I've been working on this for the past several years, is creating a style of marketing for email stuff that's not just pitch, 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 pitch. You need to have a relationship. I think the biggest thing you could do with
Mm.
any list, any company that you have is developing a relationship with your email list. I don't know about you guys. I've worked with a lot of different brands where it's like, hey, we have a really good front end. And then I've worked with brands where they have a really bad back end. And they're like, I don't know how I can scale faster. It's like, let's dial this back end. It might take a little bit of time, but once we get that in, it just makes it so much easier to one, acquire the customer and then make sure that like their LTV and CPA, that ratio is like very fucking solid. So
Yeah, I
I don't
know
know if
like one of
cussing
the
is allowed.
things
I just
that
realized cuss a lot.
one of the things I've really loved about Isaac and appreciated about him is like he thinks deeply, right? This is not just the guy that's like, bro, give me the email template. Let me fill, let me just pop in Mad Libs here and fire this out to my list. Like he really thinks about the subtext and the emotions and the context and everything that we've talked about that Alan talks about and nothing held back and fast forward and all of these various high level concepts, and Isaac's been able to apply that to email. So that's what I'm really excited about, these calls. I'm really excited about all that Isaac's going to share with us. So anyone listening, I'll shut up now and let him take over because you don't want to hear us talk. You just want to hear the wisdom that will come from this dude's brain. Even if he's partially concussed still. But, it will still be amazing. So Isaac, yeah, take it away, bro. I'm really, really eager to see what you have
Yeah.
to say, man.
Sweet, sweet. Yeah, thank you, Lauren. Yeah, fuck, dude. Lawrence the fucking man, dudes. Give him a round of applause, please. Oh yeah, dude. Alex, I surf. This is my board. I have several, but this is my Red Rocket. You can figure out the name why. Um, but yeah, so it's pretty simple on how this works. Dude, yeah. Alex, if you're in California, let's surf, bro. I'll definitely hit you up. But yeah, so welcome, guys, to this first email marketing call. I'm super excited to have you guys. I think I've done this intro twice. Holy fuck. But we should be good anyways. So I'm going to be helping you guys as much as I can with email marketing. I've done several things across different multiple markets. I've worked with health and wellness. I've worked with hormones, book a call, e-com, subscription. I know exactly what you guys need to do to optimize and like what type of different business models to work with. It's not crazy super hard to figure out like what to do and what to say. I'll show you exactly what context clues to look for when you're writing emails, what type of strategies to implement to help get customers going, or what type of emails to write that imply certain things you want your customers to go about. So I want to make sure you guys are taken care of. As in for the email marketing side, if you have any questions, I wanted to make this like an open format for the time being. If I copy feedback that you guys have, or it's like, hey, 4th of July is coming up. What kind of promo can we do? What's looking like this? Because with your email list, it's not just like, oh, I can like do this to like build a relationship. Like it also can be a cash injection. There's been times where I've worked with like a company where we're like, yeah, we need a fucking cash injection. I'll give you a strategy you can use to like really create a promo real fast. Believe I got this from Joey Persia. I want to give him full credit. All the ideas that I get, I just like to learn, and I want to share it with you guys. So I'll give credit where credit's due. Joey Persia is a super cool dude, anyways. So I want to help you guys as best I can. This will be a very open call layout, and then that'll give me the ability to better tailor these calls for you. I want to do a few hot seats, but also give you concepts to implement. And then I know a lot of you guys are in NHB and fast forward. I'll give you exactly what tools. I've been really good at breaking down Alan's concepts and making it to step-by-step process for you guys. So if that helps you out in any way that I can, let me know. And I'm always available on Discord as well, or the forum. I think that'll be very helpful for you guys. But do you guys have any questions, anything so far? Sweet, sweet, sweet. Awesome.
No,
Would
I
love
was just
to.
gonna say, Isaac, I love that. I've been in fast forward with you for like a few years, and like man, I've gotten the chance to see you drop like the sweet ass, like pretty much taking Alan's marketing knowledge, the jargon that we throw around here, and you distilling it down into your little template sheets, man. And those tools are like, oh man. It's crazy, dude, how your mind works, and I love that you can do that, man. So I think a lot of these guys are
Thank you.
just, yeah, man. A lot of these guys have no idea what they got coming their way. So very excited, man.
Sick, sick. Thank you. Appreciate it. Yeah, Brandon's fucking cool as shit. Goddamn. Yeah, all these guys, coaches, like I've like admired, and I'm just like, it's so cool to be working with them. So yeah, especially like dude, Kevin, bro. I remember the first beginning of the call, I was like, God damn, this guy knows he's smart as fuck. So it's cool to see you, bro.
Thank you, Isaac. No, it's the coaching Avengers here is what I was saying. I think I've sent that privately to Jazz by mistake. Just was saying that in chat. Yeah, no, it's look like yeah, we've a great bunch here. Like you know, I'm blown away by Brandon every week. Lawrence, some of the creative insights. I won't always be on calls, but I'll skim in. I'll catch 30, 40 minutes. I'm going, damn, I could get more time. Really, I gotta get more time just to get back to this stuff because like everyone has like we all have our own unique perspectives on stuff. I'm sure Isaac, anytime like we haven't had a huge kind of like back and forth or dialogue, but anytime we see you posting in fast forward or just any interaction we've had, like we've been even chatting on Discord about some of the stuff you're working on with clients before, like you've always got really tight insights and like yeah, I think you're a great addition to the team and think these are going to be great calls. And
Six.
yeah, I think we're assembling a really great group of guys here that are really going to help. When we eventually get our retreats kicked off, I think that's going to be it's going to be great to put all our minds together on stuff as a group as well. But even just helping everyone here in NHB in the way that we do now, it's a privilege to be working with everyone, and we've a great group, so I'm really 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 delighted to be a part of it as well. And so Isaac, yeah, just drop the heat, dude, because like Charles
Sweet,
said
sweet.
right to the start of the call, right? Everything gets easier when you can remonetize when you remonetize that list, right? And Lauren saying, I look like a genius.
Oh yeah.
The guy with the emails to genius. I'm just getting him swings at bat, right? Like yeah. That secondary transaction revenue. It's so easy to overlook. We're always looking at like first acquisition, first acquisition, first acquisition. What can I do to get more new customers? But it's like the trope of the money is in the list. There's some degree of truth to it. It's very easy to say, but it's a lot harder to actually do and in practice. And so I think you're going to add a ton of value to everyone here, who are all building great assets and lists as well. So yeah, let's stop the love fest because they're great, but and let's get into the actual plan.
All
So
right, dude.
I'm gonna take my mic off because I like to talk.
All right, sick, dude. All right, dudes. I originally was gonna do an open layout of just like open questions and stuff, but I'm gonna show you something that I've shared with a few FF people, and I'm pretty sure Alan will be cool with it, but it's a very simple thing. I want to go with the bang on this one because this will help you guys out not only with your emails, but also with your ads, everything that you're doing, because the biggest thing with any type of marketing, it always starts with the demographic. Doesn't matter who you have or your offer, you need to know how to speak to people. That is the biggest thing I'll show you guys how to create a bunch of ideas, really know your customer, and then how to then create experiential copy from that. So if you guys want that, let me know. Happy to do that. And I'll share the doc with you guys here shortly. Cool beans. All right, cool. Let me share this tab. And sweet. Thank you, Scarlett. Sweet. Awesome. All right, desktop. There. Okay, you guys can see this. That should be correct. All right. Okay, dudes. This has been one of the funnest things that I've built in a while. It took me several months to put this together. I'm pretty sure Alan will be cool with this because it is all of his concepts and everything that is on here. I just assembled it, make it easier for you guys. All of Alan's concepts in the first like year of like all of his like FF stuff, I like put this all into a sheet where you can like literally just ask one question and figure out the entire concept as a whole. This is the type of stuff I want to bring to you guys every week. So every NHB call that you guys are on, I want to be able to like when Alan does a concept or anything like that, I want to be able to break it down for you guys so you guys can implement it right away. So over the weekend on Thursdays, that's when you do the call. I'll probably be able to break it down that day and then share it with you guys on Friday or on Monday, and then we could do like a full call where it's like implementing examples, like, oh, you have this type of offer, let's implement this right away, and then go from there. Do you guys have any questions on that so far? You guys good? Sweet. If you have any questions, please raise your hand. More than happy to help out. I'm curious to help out as best as many people as I can. So right here, what I have in front of you guys is called the messaging matrix. This is something that I've been using for quite some time. I've shared it with a few people. I've used this to help me climb up the ladder from just being a regular email marketer to a marketing director and then into a fractional CMO and then helping on their offers. So this is not just like, oh, this is only for email. Like this is for fucking everything, dudes. So I want to make sure you guys are good to go. I will be adding more to this list here shortly. I probably would do a separate version for you guys. I'll share this with you guys in a sec as well. So the messaging matrix is pretty simple. It is a whole thing of like customer demographic, all of Alan's concepts, like what is their limiting belief, what is the problem solution ratios, how to go about like messaging, what's the assumption, and then all the stuff like basic objections and all that. So I'll break this down. There's so many different concepts, but I think the main ones that'll help you guys out is getting these first ones here. This is like the main shit that I focus on. And then there's other stuff around here that would help you as well. So if you have any questions, please drop them in the chat. I want to help you guys clear any blocks that you may have. Image is super helpful. Perfect. All right, you guys good? I want to break this down. Just look up water, H2O. If you want hydrated skin, drink a lot of water, dudes. So, John, I think you'll appreciate that one. All righty, dudes. Okay, so messaging matrix, here we go. On the left-hand side, we have an image. This is your target demographic. I learned this from Agora Financial when I first started to work with them. They are like one of the OGs of direct response. So anything that they say, you kind of want to follow as best you can. So Agora is like, hey, you have a customer, you want to create an image of them. One of the copy chief of Agora that I was learning from, he had like an action figure. His name was like Earl or something like that. It was just like some middle-aged, like regular guy, like in his 50s, and that's what they did. That's who they marketed to. So you want to do something very similar to that. With your name, obviously you want to have a name, the target demographics, Mr. Jones. Age, obviously, age, female. The reason you want the age is because that gives you an idea of where they're at on their age cycle. Alan's talked about age cycles in the past and how those interplay with your marketing. So if I have a product, let's say earphones like this, depending on the person's age cycle, they will have a different use case and a different context for this. So when you're marketing products, it's not about just the content itself, it's the context that you need to think about when you're marketing the product. So it's like, okay, if hypothetically, I'm about to be 30. So I'm about to be 30. What are these for me? What is this for me? For me, I could say it's allowed me to tune out music and allow me to focus. Just let's do that. But if I took this to an older person, say several years older, and be like, what is this to you? And be like, this is my way of connecting. Like they can use it to FaceTime their grandkids. It's all context. So it doesn't really matter on the product itself. If you can market the product to anyone and anyone if you have the right context. So that helps with the age. So for age cycle here, so you want to think of the age cycles pretty like I think it was like every 7 years, every 7 to 10 years. That's like a different age cycle. So in your early 20s, you have different priorities and values. In your late 20s, completely different 30s, 40s, and 50s, and so on. Okay, so this other part right here is you have this tab right here. So this whole process is for you, if you really want to just quickly look at this and be like, okay, I don't know what to write. I don't know what angles to do with my product. How does this work? And then you could quickly look at this and be like, oh, boom, this is exactly what I need to say. Like, I know exactly how to go about this. So this whole thing took me 6+ months to make. So I want to make sure this is really good for you guys. So right here, you have on your other tab, limiting belief. There's 3 limiting beliefs. There's worthless, helpless, and hopeless. Worthless is low self-worth. Helpless is not able to solve problems. And hopeless is like, there's no hope, obviously less. And you figure that out yourselves. Some markets, they are just those, but usually since we're dealing with people, there's usually like worthless, hopeless, helpless, hopeless, worthless, hopeless. So there's some sort of ratio. And then there's some that have all. So if you are, the reason for this one, this messaging matrix was built around a weight loss offer. So our target demographic was older women. So not older women, 40+ year old women. They're perfectly beautiful the way they are. So it's like, okay, they have a few spectrum of limiting beliefs. They're kind of at that point where I'm generalizing here. Generalizing, I don't believe this is just generalization with the products and stuff that I've seen with the stats. Women tend to have more. It's not just a worthless, helpless, hopeless. There's a general like thing about that. I could dive into that another time more, but I just want to quickly cover this real fast. Okay, so on the left-hand side, you have problem solution ratios. So your problem solution ratios, these are really important. If you look at, fuck, this was an old call, but if it's probably problem solutions, it goes back to limiting beliefs. So if you understand that your customer has a limiting belief, say all of them like worthless, helpless, and hopeless, you got to figure out, okay, what's the ratio of I can focus on the problem and then solution. So with helpless people, they're just like, dude, fucking talk about the problem. Give me the solution. Like, how is this possible? Like, tell me how. But if they're worthless, so people who are worthless, those people are typically like, oh, I have low worth. I very big into the problem state, very low emotional state. So you want to spend with people who have low emotional states and limiting beliefs of like worthless. You want to spend a lot more time on that worthless factor. So you can build rapport, trust, and help get that woe is me. And very similar to hopeless. Cool. Guys, good on this one. Okay, the emotional state. Oh, looks like some people chatted stuff. I want to make sure I get this for you, dude. Okay, like Hendra, I will give you the document on this one. I have this attached to a separate email account, so I'll duplicate this so we should be good to go. This is just connected to one of the brands I work with. So cool emotional state. Okay, so emotional states, there's high and low. I'm pretty sure Alan has talked about that. It's pretty simple. So when you're doing your messaging matrix, I focus on the demographics first. I focus on this section first right here. The reason for that is because it gives me all the context clues that I fucking need to market to my customer and make sure they get the experience that they're looking for. So when you're looking at emails, everyone's like, oh, you got to sell, you got to sell, you got to sell, you got to sell. And it's like, you really don't have to sell. Your emails need to shift beliefs. You just need to change a belief. That's all it is. And then the other thing with emails that Charles, Kevin, and Lord, and also Brandon hopped on is like, dude, they're really great at bringing in that first customer, getting that customer in. Like, fuck yeah. With your email list, you can then maximize that customer lifetime value. And to do that, you can really accelerate it. Say like, depending if it's like transactional, like subscription and stuff like that. No, not subscription, supplements, fucking hammer hard. Or you can really take the better approach, which I personally believe is the slow burn. So if you have a subscription model or you have a very deep catalog or you want to increase your LTV, every email you send does not need to be send, buy. It could be, let me build a relationship. Hey, let me validate your feelings on how you're feeling today. This will be fantastic for you. I've sent emails out where it's just like, hey, you're a good person. I just did a whole list of what they're said. You're still a good person. You're still a good person. And that brought in good amount of sales. So I'll share that with you guys here shortly. What's up, Kevin?
Yeah, killer call by the way, dude. And not to certainly, I'm going to enjoy having to follow this one as the first coach following up, right? And yeah, but the one of the things one of the concepts I've shared that I think pairs really nicely with the email list thing is just the concept of the nature of need. You know, we've one-time needs, cyclical needs, transit needs, and ever present. And so, like as Isaac is talking about there, you know, like, do you want to build a relationship with this list, or you know, go hard? And I tend to agree with the default being kind of default towards a more you know, rapport building, you know, like merchant of help rather than just simply trying to go straight for the close. But that said, if we've got something that's kind of on a one-time need or more with a very self-evident offer that's attached to a point in time, we probably have to just be a little bit more direct and kind of need to compress that. So it's like, I suppose, contextual thinking. But yeah, so just like this is how we can. I'm starting to see how we're going to combine all our ideas together, Isaac. But yeah, no, that's just type of stuff just to keep in mind. Like there's black and white kind of and good ways of generalized thinking, but we got to like layer in, just as you said, additional context. And yeah, I think that's just kind of another useful one. Like depending on where your audience sits on that kind of nature of need, if you've got stuff that's kind of in that more one time or transient stuff, maybe you got to be a bit more direct. But if it's you know, ever present or cyclical needs, then yeah, that relationship building stuff is definitely, that's the biggest mistake everyone makes. They just go straight for purchase, burn the list, burn the relationship, and you know, then you gotta go back to first acquisition. So anyway, I will I'll hand it over and I'll give back, but I just thought that might be a nice addition.
Oh yeah, that was a fucking great addition, dog. Hell yeah. What's up, Alejandro?
Hey Isaac, thank you for sharing this, man. This is awesome.
Of course,
I
big
just had a
dog.
quick question. Right now that you said that the whole purpose of emails is to change beliefs, and for that reason you don't focus that much on selling. My question is, when you are building a list of an email list over the long term, not just for like an offer or like some follow-up emails on an ad you're running, but when you're building it long term, like how do you focus on um building, how do I say it? Like, do you add calls to action directly to sell something regularly on the emails that you send? Or is there something else that you focus specifically to close your emails. Not sure if it's like too dense of a question and that would take you like off course
Oh,
from what
dude,
you were.
you're good. Yeah, no,
Okay.
that makes sense. Yeah, Alex, after you, I'll continue this one because Alejandro, I will do a full breakdown on how this goes. I'll give you a quick explanation real fast on this one. So with the
Okay.
sale stuff, again, you can go for the sale. Like that's a big thing. Like if you market gets paid every 2 weeks, every Friday or every Thursday, so get a little promo in there that you can. That's totally
Mm.
cool. As in for the like not selling and stuff, I'll show you exactly how I'm doing it. If I maybe have time, but I want to make sure like this messaging matrix is like the foundation
Oh,
for
that's
everything.
fine. That's fine.
But yeah, I'll give the quick rundown. You could do soft sell PSs, like PS soft sells. Those are fantastic. Or you could do, I call them like Oreos. My favorite ice cream is cookies and fucking cream. And then once I realized
Oh.
like I can't have gluten, I heartbroken, dude. I cry every night. You could do sandwiches with those. So you think I'm lying. Uh,
Right.
you could do content, whatever, shifting the belief, and then you could do a little hyperlink to your product and then finish it out with the close. So that's what I
Oh.
mean. Like you're just shifting the belief. And then the other thing with the selling without selling is you can hyperlink. When I said hyperlinking, it's called an NLP. It's called embedded commands. So an embedded command is like phrasing something in a question, but it's a command within it. So I took that exact same concept and applied it to email. So if there's a certain belief that I know is like, say they have a problem like weight loss is hard, and then I say this makes weight loss easy or something like that to that context, I'll hyperlink that. So it's like an embedded command, like doing this is easy. And I expect them to click. So
Mm.
there's different ways to go about it. It's depending on your audience segment too. So depending on which segment you have, like say you have like a 30-day plus click, 30-day, like 30-day open and then 90-day open and then 90-day plus click, you'll be
Yep.
able to figure out like, okay, these people have clicked. This is most likely them. And then you can like figure out which augment settings, segment of your audience is most likely to buy. Just makes it so easy. There's like so many different strategies, but I will quickly cover
Okay.
that for you, dog.
Thank you, Isaac.
Good. Of course, big dog. All right. Alex, I think your hand dropped. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
All right, go ahead,
just in
dude.
case, just so you don't get like off track here.
I
I
got you,
have a
dog.
question here. Um, how do you? Because I heard like okay, so I was in New York like last year I spent like 20 days with someone who had like a super CPA network, and he told
Yeah,
me
yeah.
like, and he told me like, well, with emails like people tend to it's like with girls they try to like get her like on the first dates, and if they don't get her like they start acting nice, which is like completely backwards or it's like completely messed up, right, you know? So like with this super bad example, like how do you, for example, like how do you make a follow up after a lead opt-ins, for example, to a low ticket offer during the first 7 days or 10 days, while also not making sure like the relationship is doomed by this like super intense like follow up on the beginning.
So if I'm understanding correctly, you want to know how to upsell people in past 7 days after they buy your product.
No, the question is like how can we um be quite like yeah, how can we upsell these people after they opt in while
Okay.
not like losing like that like goodwill with them after they buy, for example, you know? So we can keep
Oh, dude, just
selling them
fucking.
like
Oh,
yeah.
sorry. Yeah, dude, just fucking tell them. Be like, yo, buy this. I'm kidding. Buy this now. Oh, dude, with your email follow up, you want to make sure your content's good. Like you can't just be like, oh, like buy this shit, like blah blah blah. Like, make sure it's like, hey, you build a momentum on how this goes, how this shifts their beliefs, and then on top of that, you future pace them. It's like, okay, here's this problem. You solved it with this product. This is how your life's going to change. And then also, we've noticed XYZ people have done this. If you want to check that out, go ahead here, and then you can
Okay, got
like
it.
do it subtly, and then you can shift it up into a higher, more direct. So I like the indirect approach fairly often because it's just so much easier to like really build that relationship. But obviously, there's times you want to be direct and indirect. It's just an ebb and flow. That's pretty much
Okay,
it.
okay,
You're
okay,
good.
makes sense. Yeah, thank you so
Sick,
much.
sick. All right. Nizar and Jay Singh. I said after Alex, we'll just hop right back into the call. If you have the same exact question that pertains to the messaging matrix, happy to answer that. But if it's something completely different, I don't want to get sidetracked for the time being. Is that cool with you guys? Cool. Nizar, is that correct? Yes or no?
Yeah, it's a little bit different. So it's
Okay,
fine
let's
if
stay on track then. I
yeah.
got you, dog. Let's finish this. I got you. Okay. Yeah. If anything, message me on Discord. I'll answer you, dude. Sweet,
Lower your
sweet,
hand.
sweet. Dude, I could do it for him. Dude, I don't know if my first call I did with like selling to women. I'll tell you guys how to sell to women too. That's so easy and hard at the same exact time. So if I could tell you how it's easy, it's just no, you can't do it really easily. That's the hardest thing. But with the email stuff, it's just I'm sidetracked. ADHD. Boom. Okay. So on the side, you have like market quadrant. Alan has talked about this. This helps you get a snapshot of like how to go about your process. So it's like dynamic, the high rate of change, static is low rate of change, and then abstract, creative, and then mechanical process. So Alan, it's like a like it's like a T chart. I don't know if you can see that. It's like that. It's like on a few old posts in his group. So this allows you to understand how to set up your messaging and how the energy to go about it. So if your market is dynamic, so obviously if something's dynamic, it's circulating. If you look at like the wave in the ocean, it's a spiral. It's always moving. It's always going. It's changing. It's nothing's the same. So you want to like make sure that if there's a high rate of change, it's constantly dynamic and moving. You need to shift with the market too, because things pop and go, ebb and flow all the time. So you get a pulse on the market. Static is low rate of change. Those are very, very consistent, very consistent. Various problems that our people are constantly having. These are pretty good with like essential needs and stuff like electricity. Like that is a very static market. Do I need my lights on? Yes. Does it power my toothbrush? Yes. So it's like I'm gonna fucking keep this on. Don't forget the floss, guys. Very important for your hygiene and oral health. Let's move that there. Sweet. And then you have mechanical process stuff. And then on top of that, on this, you have the market cycle. So the market cycle allows you to understand where your market's at. So depending on exactly what type of market you're in, we'll take one very recent example that Alan's talked about. I want to make sure a lot of these calls tie in together. I want to make sure that these calls are having new concepts, but they're also building on the foundation that you're setting on Alan's calls and then on top of everyone else's calls. I want to make sure you guys are set up correctly. You have romantic, infatuation, realism, critical, accountability. If you have like weight loss, they're pretty much accountability. It's like or stability. It's very jaded market. They understand what's happening. But like if you look at school or not school, like communities, like group communities and stuff like that, those could be realistic, critical, just depending on where you're at, or like AI stuff. And then offer type. This, I think this will really tie into the low ticket stuff and then your offer. So what is your offer? Is it do yourself? Is it a done for you? Is it done with you? This allows you to then figure out how to use your messaging and then also understand what your customer is actually looking for. So when you look at like the criteria of markets type of call, it's like, okay, it's a do it yourself. Okay, I know this product, they have to open this. Like no one can open the product for them unless they're like, say it's like a senior citizen or something like that. They need like a jar opener. My grandma needs one, put their dirty hands are like this. You're like, Jesus fuck, gang signs. But yeah. And then type of market. There's physiological, which is mental, and then psychological, which is I think I said that backwards. Psychological, which is mental, and then physiological, which is physical. So if you're weight loss or anything like that, or it's like, hey, I have XYZ problem in my body, just know it's physical. So when you're talking about your stuff, you can use like more kinetic language or more experiential. I think that's a really helpful with that. Good to go. Cool. You guys have any questions on this part first? This is like really important to like lay the foundation of what's happening. Let's get tweet. Let's see what we've got. What about BizOp? Okay. Well, I'm checking the chat real fast. Does this messaging strategy work for SM content? Yes, dude. Yeah, this whole thing works for fucking everything, bro. Aisha, Sista. There we go. I want to say bro. But if that's your name, we should be good to go. So on this right-hand side, this is the messaging matrix. So you can have your okay, so right here, Alan talks about every customer, every market has problems. So those problems are assumptions. So with these top parts, you just know like, okay, this is the assumption for XYZ. Oops. Assumption. And then so you know every market has problems. So it's like, okay, this assumption. And then on this left-hand side is like messaging style. So these are several different types of emails they can write, several types of ads, whatever you think it is. So these are all just generic templates for you to like outline what's happening. So the biggest thing I'll show you guys more on how I want to make sure you guys like understand this stuff is knowing how to think before you actually do it. That is like the biggest problem a lot of people face. They stare at a screen. I did this a lot. It's something that I've struggled with tremendously still to this day, unless I do my shit. It's just like, what the fuck do I write? How do I make this like really good? And if I can't, like, ooh, I'm gonna go cry about it or go for a walk. Highly recommend going for a walk, getting good vitamin D. And then on the bottom, there's offer. So this offer part is like where you can plug in your offer. So if you have one product, or you could just plug in your product and how this problem solves how this problem, and then this is the solution. So let me go here, just make it for you guys. Solution. And then if you have a catalog model, or like some sort of e-commerce, you could have different products get tied into this. So if you're delegating to your copywriters, either if it's like ads or email people, you could be like, hey, write emails on weight loss, and then you send this to your team. Makes it so easy for them, because it's like, okay, if I talk about weight loss, I have to fucking use this product or use this product. It just makes the guessing game so much easier for you. And when it takes it out, like, it's just like, oh, this is so easy. I know exactly what the problem is. I know exactly what context I need to do based off this over here. And then I know what solution to put in front of them. It just makes life so much easier for you guys. So cool. Do you guys have any questions on this top bar right here? This top part is like the foundation for everything else here. You guys good? Sweet. If you have any questions, what's up, Alejandro?
Just a super quick question, Isaac. When you say, for example, cravings assumption and bloating assumption, is that like you would get that problem and then fill it with the quick tips, storytelling, myth busting, and all that? Like you just
Exactly.
take like the angle, so to speak. Okay.
Exactly. So yeah, so this is a weight loss market. So cravings is one of the problems that the market will have. So if I was going to do a thing on cravings, I could go here on this left-hand side, like, okay, what are quick tips that I can use to help get rid of cravings? Be like, okay, these are a few little quick tips. Say it's like drink more water, fucking pray, or like think of the food that's black and white if you're having a sweet tooth craving. You have those quick tips, and then you go like, hey, here's this product that helps you help with those cravings and lose more weight. So it helps you just like piece it together. I don't know about you guys. There's certain methods that I've tried with like copywriting. It's like I've done like just writing it all by hand and then typing it. And then I've tried transcribing it. For me, I personally like to like bullet point my concepts, like bullet point it, and then I'll go fuck off the rest of the day. And then the next day I'll come write it all out and come back to it. Just makes it easier. Like I think Alex is here, bro. If you guys have like a hobby, dude, you're gonna be thinking about shit anyways. Like, why not have your subconscious like work on stuff while you go do stuff? Like, if you're like, oh, today's laundry day, let me bullet point like 4 pieces of content I want to write. All right, cool. I'm gonna do my laundry, and then while in the background, you're gonna be thinking about that, and then the next day you're like, oh shit, let me fucking rip this out. Sorry, a little aggressive sometimes. Alpha. Sorry, I just watched one Andrew Tate TikTok and I'm ready to go. I don't even know if that guy's still around. All right, cool. All right, so from here you have the messaging of like a context of what your avatar is, who they are, how this works. Yes, mixing points equals offer. Yeah, I got you, dog. You have the messaging matrix here up top. This allows you to understand, okay, this is the problem. This is the type of content I can structure, allows you to allow the structure. And then you also know the product. So once you have those set up, context, structure, problem, solution, then you're able to go into like the nitty gritty stuff. You have context. You have way more. Think of it like a building. You have the entire infrastructure set up. You have the foundation. You have the windows. You have the walls. You have the doors. Now let's just make this look fucking nice to that person. So with these ones, you could start off with this first column. You have outcome. Alan has talks about you're selling to outcomes all the time. Desire stack of outcomes, core emotion, secondary emotion, missing emotion, risk reversal, basis of objection, mechanism of fear, and market tonality. Market tonality is big just because it allows you to be able to talk to your customer where they're at, or here's the supercharged level, is to fill in the gaps where they are psychologically missing. So what I mean by that, if you have a market where it's like a very authoritative tone, if you look at childhood development or any type of psychology, people can age regress. So depending on the context, they will age regress and respond better to a certain context that's happening. So if you have a very authoritative tone, they're age regressing to that. It's just something to look at. I like to look at books of like childhood development, psychology, trauma, like that type of stuff, like how that shapes, and then consciousness and psychology. That is like my shit. I love that stuff. It's so fucking fun. If you want to like really read a good book, author, check out. I recommend it to so many people, but "Healing the Shame That Binds You" by John Bradshaw. That book is gold right there, and that will give you the foundation for a lot of markets that are very low self worth. So it makes it just so much easier to understand that. So I could probably do a whole call on just selling to shame. It is shameful. But that was a bad pun on my list. Yeah, dude, you'll fucking cry on that one. You'll cry. Yeah, if you have like childhood stuff, like if you want to like reconnect with your inner child, highly recommend Homecoming. That one's like eye-opening. Like if you have a kid or like you plan on having a kid, like that is huge. Because a lot of you see from their eyes and like all that stuff. Like I raised my sister, so I had to like really deep dive into like all this shit. So I highly recommend that stuff. Cool. All right, outcome. Okay, so a lot of you guys, there's like desired outcomes, selling to outcomes, like 2.0. There's like 5 different calls on selling to outcomes. Highly recommend you watching them. You'll get your own different golden nuggets. But if you want to just answer 2 questions to understand what the fuck you're doing, feel free to do this. Just like, what outcome do they want? Like, what will be possible for them after they get the use of the product? Called again. I'll type it in here. Oh, thank you, Alejandro. Appreciate you. I'll put the other one. Yes. Sick. Yeah. And then on Khalid, I believe I'm saying that correctly. Yeah, enjoy that. Have a good journal too. I highly recommend if you got a journal, write your shit. It's really good. Okay, so outcome. Figured out if this is a weight loss market, it's like, okay, they want to feel like themselves again. The reason I like this one for health and weight loss is because there's always a time and place where someone in the ego mind, they're like, okay, when I was XYZ age, I felt like this, I felt unstoppable XYZ. As time goes, they're going to feel less and less like themselves. Not because they're a bad person, because life happens. Things happen to them that make them feel less like themselves. Again, this is all context to weight loss. That's it. If it's biz op, it's just like, I want to feel like the man. You fucking go for it, dude. Like, go for it. Or if it's like, whatever, I don't know, anything else, it just makes it easy. Ooh, desire stack of outcomes. Once you have that, so this whole setup for you guys, I want to make sure it's like, you don't have to get the right answer the first time. There's no reason to get the right answer. The whole setup for these questions is for you to peel the layers back. So I don't know if you remember that exercise where it's like, discover your why. And they're like, it's this. And it's like, why? And like, you figure it out. It's the same exact concept here. I want you to like be able to answer these questions and then go a little bit further. So you get deeper layers of the onion on this. So you peel back the layers. So this is how you write copy. That's not only just like, oh, it's feel good. Like, it makes me feel great. It's like, this is copy that we have your customers and email, like in your email. It's like, I fucking needed this. Thank you so much. This is amazing. This is how you increase your LTV. It's just so nice because, oh, let's see what's happening here. This keeps like popping up and down. Bam. All right, sweet. Can we have a template? Yeah, sweet. What's it called? So it helps you like track everything too. What was I just talking about again? Oopsies, got distracted again. Oopsie daisy. Oh, layers. Boom, core. Okay. So with the layers that you're having here, it's super easy to like have deep psychological copy. So I used to work with Pauline Longden for a long time, and she's taught me this concept. Shout out Pauline, fucking love you, girl. Or actually, she's a grown ass woman with a mohawk and a total badass. So love you, woman. There we go. Put some respect on that. So like Pauline has really shown me like a really good concept that she has gotten from other people, but she's like, dude, she's awesome. I love her. You have like what's on copy, like you have like what's on the copy when you write copy, what's on the screen, like, oh, this is what's on the screen. And then you're able to then read what's between the lines. That's like really good. But what you really want to get to the point is like what's behind it, like what's behind this thing. And when you're able to peel back the layers with these questions and keep going further and further, you're able to peel back the layers even further and further. You could say something that's like way deeper that'll address all their problems. So if you look at like childhood trauma, the way to address things, there's like a few concepts where it's like, oh, you could like write a letter to yourself and then like you readdress. It's like, oh, like XYZ made me feel bad about myself. And you're like, why did this? When you're like, oh, blah, 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 let me correct this. There's like layers and layers of trauma that gets to the core trauma. There's like I think his name's like John, no, fuck. Charles something, not Charles. Fuck, I'm forgetting his name. I feel bad, but anyways, he's super cool. He's worked with a lot of people. He charges like 100K now or something like that to work with him. Fuck, I forget his name. I want to say it's like Charles Kirk, but it's not. But what you're doing is Brent. Yeah, Brent Charleston. Thank you fucking very much, dude. Yeah, shout out to Brent. Um, but Brent is super cool because he talks about like, hey, there's multiple layers to this. You have like the child self, the teen self, and the adult self. So with these people, you're able to like really peel back the layers and address something that's very child self into that. So it just depends on what you're doing. It's very contextual. It's very small, minute details. Yeah, thank you, dude. Cool. So once you understand, like, okay, what is the desired stack of outcomes? So for weight loss, again, this is context for you guys. If you want to do, if you guys have like a different market, I'm happy to do this with you guys. Like, I'm happy to do like one or like this section, and then we can call it a day and like open this for questions. Is that cool with you dudes? Just let me know. Yes. Yes, 100% agree. Is up sick. Any other markets you guys have? Happy to help. Yeah, Hendra, knock in your market. We'll fucking do this. We'll focus on like these ones here. I'll cover these and then we'll kind of like just fucking rip it. Yeah. IVF. Is that intravenous? Is that like for the fertility? Hendra? IVF. Dude, that's so fucking cool, dude. My Selling to Women's Call, if you haven't checked it out, fucking go for it. And then use some other stuff. Depending on what your market is, what age it is, I could send you some templates and stuff, the email swipes that I've had. Dude, yeah, would your parenting kids, Heather, it's not really like the hardest market. Super everyone has a kid, but not everyone wants to be a good parent. So yeah, that's true. um, Dick, pick up the hardest. Dude, yeah, that's really actually hard. I take my words back. Yeah, raising a kid is hard as shit. No one really talks about that. God damn. They're like, what's for dinner? It's like, I don't know. I'm kind of like,
Maybe something to change.
oh, biz off for parents? Dude.
I don't know.
Yeah, dude. Well, dude, I'll help you out. You got this, dog. Yeah, Heather, you're gonna help them out. Make money selling kids. Yep, dude, kids buy toys. What do you think toys are for? Not kids, their parents buy toys. Okay, outcomes. Okay, so once we have desired outcomes, desired stack of outcomes, this allows you like, okay, they want to feel like themselves, then you put that into here. It's like, why do they want to feel like themselves? So once you have the outcome that you have, you then like, why do they want to feel like XYZ? And then from there, you're like, so they can feel boom. So they can feel boom. So once I did that for the very beginning, I was like, okay, be confident, be happy, feel free, be inspiring, empowered, loved by others, and love themselves. You're like, oh shit, okay, this like fucking went deeper. And if you're able to understand more of like, if you're very emotional and like sensitive, dude, this shit's gonna be awesome. If you're not emotionally sensitive, this is gonna be awesome for you because this is gonna allow you to take you out of like your intuitive side, your emotional EQ side, which is like your right brain, and then you could go into your left brain, which is your logic, and you're able to be more logical with this, and you can like somehow combine the both on how that works. While parenting does off, dude, that's really good. Sweet. All right, cool. Okay, so once you have this, they love themselves. You have, okay, desire stacks of outcomes gives them core emotion. What is the core emotion? It's like self-acceptance. So if you look at John Bradshaw's work, I've based a lot of my stuff off his stuff and a few other things. Again, I highly recommend his stuff. His stuff's so fucking good. He was like Tony Robbins before Tony Robbins. Like he had like this whole like special of like was Home Secrets and then Homecoming on like PBS. Like way before. Like, dude, the guy was a fucking superstar. Just no one's picked up his work and like has taught it, and I've been using it to help build my work on this stuff. It's not even my work; it's just helping other people. It's just so sick, dude. Um, okay, so you have self-acceptance. So self-acceptance is huge. This is like one of the biggest healing parts that you can do with someone, especially if they have a very low self-worth. So for our demographic, Mrs. Jones, 40-plus-year-old female, she has a very high worthless because she's not feeling the way she is. I think it's bullshit. She's beautiful the way she is, but she wants to feel even better. So it's like, okay, how can we get that part? Yeah, we can push external things, but a lot of the change work that Alan has talked about and the way you're going to do these emails in the future is if you're able to create the inner change first, the external change happens. So if I can get her to accept herself right out the gate of whatever email, it doesn't matter if it's the first email or the 15th email I sent her, once she has that self-acceptance, that conversion of her taking action and being something that she wants to be and like helping give us money. Well, probably shouldn't do that motion with my mouth open, but shouldn't do that motion. It's just so much easier for her to take action and buy. So when you're doing these like emails, this is what I mean. Like you're just changing beliefs. like your emails, you can get that first acquisition, like hell yeah, you got them into the door. But like each email that you send, like you're building beliefs, you're building their ability to change themselves. You're doing the inner work for them where they're like, okay, if I'm going to change internally, I need to have everything else will line externally. It's so fucking crazy. If you guys have ever done personal development or worked on yourself or done anything like that, you've noticed like, okay, if I change my mindset on XYZ, things just open up. So that's the goal of what we're doing here. So cool. Parenting biz op. Yeah, parenting biz op, just trafficking kids. Jesus fuck. Secondary emotions. Okay. So the secondary emotions, these are just literally what after here. So after I get the desired stack of outcomes, I understand that like that's here, loved by others. So whatever this like the deepest layer of their thing, I usually move that to the core emotion. This is the core emotion of that drives everything. So after that, you have the secondary emotion. You already did all the work, which is literally all I did was just copy and paste and then fucking move that there. Like that is literally the secondary emotion. So when you're writing emails, your emails don't have to be logical. They could be emotional. So you can have emotions that are help them be confident. So when you're writing copy, it's not just like, what words do I say? What you really want to tap into is what feeling am I trying to communicate? Feelings create thoughts. Feelings dictate actions. That's why it's called emotion, energy in motion. Like you're feeling XYZ, you're feeling angry or you feel happy, you have a natural reaction towards that. Your body has a reaction towards it. So there's so many different things that you could do. It's like, okay, if I want to have her feel empowered, like this is like way down here. If I could have her feel empowered, dude, if she's feeling empowered, she's most likely going to love herself. And if you were working with like a female heavy market, they're not just focusing on like themselves. Like what they do impacts, it has a massive ripple effect. If they're on a diet, their whole family's on a diet. If they're like a great, like, okay, I have my dialed in fitness, I have my schedule, most likely everything else is pretty close to that. So it's not just like, oh, like with women, you're just do this one thing. For guys, it's a little bit different. You can just like fucking like be it. Like I worked with like this like father son offer, super cool. It's called Squire Program. Super cool offer. It's like a father son bonding. It helps with like pretty much like guys who women get this so much easier. It's like, oh, I need to be emotionally available for my kids. Most dads, like it's just like some of their kids, like they are not that emotionally available. It's not because they don't want to, it's just they don't know how to, or they don't know how to communicate properly. And we're able to use that program to like, hey, here's how you build a deeper relationship with your son. This is how you deeper relationship with yourself. And then the other thing too, it's like we're showing the different change within that the development stage of the kid, because it's like no longer like attached to the hip to the mama bear. This is again just context to men and boys. That's it. That's all I'm saying. They want to detach from mama bear, and it's like, okay, who's guiding them, especially for young men. It's like who's that male role model that I can find and be like. Hopefully it's a father. Hopefully it's someone else that you like respect and all that stuff. So that's pretty much it on that. So missing emotions. Okay, missing emotions. This is the fucking easiest shit in the world. I did this before ChatGPT, so what's up, world? If you are like struggling, like you have your core stack of emotions, I think AI is the stupidest like thing to not do. I think it's super cool. We're like literally living the future. You get to be Tony Stark without being like the billionaire playboy philanthropist. Like if you get that reference, you watch Avengers and you're a nerd. What's up? But yeah, it's just so easy to do to like ask like questions you don't know. So if you're stuck emotionally, like have a block, just literally go. Cool. Calls but microdosed. Yeah, see. So you just literally go the opposite. So what's the opposite of this? So when we go back to when I was talking to you earlier, this all plays together. I'll show you. So this problem solution ratio, what's up, dogs? Totally full loop. Let's go. When you're doing these like problem solution ratios with your content, you know, okay, the missing emotion that they have the opposite of it. It's like, okay, for this market, 50% worthless, why? And then 50% solution. Okay, how do I play with that? All right, cool. I just hit the fucking very beginning of the email with the same exact missing emotions that they most likely have, which is so, and then I flip it when that other 50% to the emotions that they do want to have. So this is what I mean. Like you're able to, once you have like this whole setup up here, like it takes time to think about it, but just makes things so much fucking easier, dudes. So easy. Okay, cool. And then risk reversal. Risk reversal is really huge. It just depends on your market. Every market has risk. Okay, for mindset coaching clients, worthless state of IVF patients to be mindset. Ooh, that was tough. I may have to ask you a few more questions, Hendra. I have a feeling it might be a combination of um, both. Not both. It's worthless, helpless, and hopeless. Worthless is because it's like I'm generalizing here, so please fucking correct me. I'm not going to put any words into anyone's mouth. This is just my assumption on this. I could be wrong. For this one, IVF, if most likely fertility, depending on who's infertile or who's struggling, let's just say it's the dude. Say the dude that's struggling is like, oh, I'm infertile or I'm having struggle XYZ. If you're taking like hair products or TRT. Um, mindset coaching worthless. They may be helpless and hopeless because it's like, hey, I have this man that I found who's so amazing that I want to have a family with him. How can I do that? But he's not able to help me with that. Then they go to you, and then hopeless. It's like, well, do I just like leave like this amazing guy and like go for someone else? Like, I don't know. And then if it's female, this is my again speculation. They're probably mid IVF, like 30s, if anything. They feel most around. Yep, exactly. If they feel like their fault, shame is behind that, and worthless is very high. So you got to really fucking build them up and then show them exactly how amazing they are to taking that step. So a lot of people feel dirty when they're going through this stuff. I don't know if you ever done therapy, but when the first time I did therapy, I talked to my therapist and was like, yo, bro, I'm fucking broken. Help me unfuck myself. And then like after our last therapy session, she's like, I think you unfucked yourself, Isaac. I'm like, sick. Isolate, dude. Yeah, if they're fucking isolated, I'll show you exactly. Okay, if they're isolated, dude, you gotta like really validate the fuck out of them. Like when I'm telling you, like build them up and be like, yes, queen, slay queen, like fucking go full drag queen. Like, do you watch Birdcage by like Robin Williams? Fucking great old classic movie. Watch that shit. Like if you're like struggling as a dude on like how to fuck to talk, like to like hype up a woman, like just watch Birdcage or like go hang around gay dudes to give a fuck. Like Jesus. Um, Sweet. Risk reversal, dude, we'll do. Yeah, dude, Hendra, you'll do fucking great. I'm so happy you're like on this call. I want to help you out as best I can. Yeah, Birdcage. It's an old movie. It's like 1990 something. It got like an Oscar nominee. It's fucking so funny, so funny. Yeah, it's just so stupid. Uh, okay, so asking for a friend. Yeah, dude, Birdcage is a shit. I love Robin Williams. His movies are so funny. Okay, so risk reversal. So everything that someone does, there's a risk. They're like, okay, you got to ask this question. Again, these whole calls, like these like cells within the spreadsheets, it's like these are all calls, like just broken up into like 1 to 2 questions. So I don't want you to think like, oh, like I don't know if it's like this. I'm condensing like probably 6 to 7 months right here of like understanding the process and how to fucking implement this. And then this took me a while to fucking do. So like I want to make sure you guys are fucking good. Easy shit. All right, risk reversal. Can they undo what they did? Look at the timeline and what can be undone, replaced, and how they're not alone in this. So we'll use Hendra for the example right now. All right, risk reversal. Dude, IVF, very risky. You can, depending on how you do it. One of my buddies, he was having that, dude, fucking, it didn't work out. $20,000 down the drain. Super unfortunate. So it's like, okay, how can they undo this? Like that's a lot. Like that people like the emotional weight of that is so fucking heavy. Like holy shit. I'm surprised they're still married. It's so cool. I'm happy for them. It's fucked up. They have like this beautiful boy. Let's go. Dude, he's such a cool dad too. Such a cool fucking dad. Um, cool. So when you're looking at this, you got to look at what's happening within their timeline. Joe, I'll share this later because it's attached to something else that I can't share. So NBA. I think that's a rap band too. I'm not sure. Not too culturally appropriated. Cool. So when you're looking at this stuff, you want to look at the timeline of the product. So when I told you guys NWA, thank you, Lauren. You're the shit, man. Uh, so when you look at risk reversal, right here, when you're saying like look at the timeline, this is really important to look at. That's BDM. When you got to look at the age. This is what I'm talking about. Like, okay, when you know the gender, which is like male or female, it's like, okay, if they are 40-plus-year-old female, I'll do a male version. Let's just do a male. I've been talking about women a lot. Feminism. So if you look at like the gender, it's like, okay, this guy's a man and let's just go same age, 40. I think there's one guy who's like asking about like hormone shit. I like hormone stuff. I'm totally into that market. So I will fucking tell you if you ever watch this call, you're welcome, big dog. I don't know if you ever will. So if I'm trying to figure out the timeline for this, one of the biggest objections with say TRT or HRT or peptides, any of that shit. I'll just say TRT is very easy. Is infertility. Since, oh, dude, look at this, all working together. IVF, let's fucking go. Okay, sick. So when you're looking at the market as a whole, you're like, okay, this is a man, okay, and then he has XYZ age. He's 40 plus years old. His probably testosterone has dipped a bit more. He's not feeling like himself. He's not showing up the way he wants to. He has very low energy. The man downstairs ain't knocking anymore. Like it's just a whole clusterfuck of a mess. So when you're looking at this timeline here, what you can do is like, okay, it's actually, you could try it out. Here's exactly how you could get off it if you need to get off it. Or here's some side effects that can happen, but here's how you negate it. So one of those side effects is gynecomastia. So gyno, so it's like guys develop breast tissue. So you'd be like, here's, take these pills, or you should watch your dosing, get lab work. So you're just really showing them more and more how this works. So at this market with females, one was like looking dumb, not feeling good enough for change, telling their friends and family about it, and then failing. That's a big thing, especially for female markets. It's not just the shame that they feel themselves, but the real weight of it is the shame that they feel from other people. It is super dumb that people are projecting their fears onto them. It's yeah. So when you're working with like these like very high worthless, you really have to build them up and show them like how amazing they are, because they just don't see the light that's at the end of the tunnel. They don't see how bright they're shining. So the other one is like another failure. That would suck. So you're just reaffirming their fucking fate, like their mind, their assumptions, and then really driving home that shame again. And the other one is like feeling alone in the process and change or trying to change for themselves for the better. So you just risk reversal. If you're struggling with these types of ideas, just take some notes, go for a walk, write it down, and like let your subconscious figure it out. Write the question like, okay, if I was going to do risk reversal, what can I undo when they take this product? Or what can they undo when they do the service of what they're already doing? Just makes it easier for you to think about it. I think a lot of people focus on too much like, I need to solve this problem right now. It's like, depends. If it's like a fucking intellectual problem where it's like, you can solve this tomorrow, yeah, fucking go for it. Like, let your subconscious think about it. Your subconscious has so many answers. Basis objection is, what do they lose? You just keep asking, like, what do they lose? Their time, their money. Lose face with family, friends, self-belief, not a chance to love themselves, hope for a better future, and then they lose themselves. This is really big. Mechanism of fear, how can you remove their choice to be adaptable, be able to adapt to change? These are really big. So when you're addressing your market, again, goes back to the age cycle, the gender, the limiting belief, where they're at emotionally, or well, like what type of offer it is. Okay, like what's the fear? So like if it's a uh, type of product or done for you, it's like, what's the fear of it? So if I was an agency owner, if I was a business owner talking to an agency owner, I would need to think like, okay, cool. As an agency owner, and I'm trying to get this guy as a client. How would this be possible? Like, what is his fear of choice? Okay, it's obviously a done for you. If I'm doing all this for him, it's like, is he scared I'm going to scam out of his business? Is he scared I'm going to destroy his account? Like, do you get what I mean? So you got to like communicate subtle things like that that helps you go about it. So when you're asking these questions, it makes it easier to see what's coming and then able to handle objections so much easier. And then market tonality. This is big. I talked about this earlier with John Bradshaw stuff, but market tonality is like the market's internal voice. Like, where are they at? And yeah, dude, I'm trying to, yeah, fucking 100%, Hedra. Yeah, it's crazy. The infertility rates is fucking insane. Like the microplastics and everything, along with like the fucking long-term effects of birth control. But yeah, you probably way better experiencing this. I'd love to like pick your brain on that stuff. That stuff's so cool. The market internal voice. Okay, so what this one, depending on where the market's at. So if it's like this one, worthless for this market, I want to do something that's more compassionate, empathetic, and understanding. I want them to feel belonging. So if I have like a coaching offer where it's like, okay, I need them to be sticking with me for quite some time. Okay, like what's something to stick with? Like where do people stick with? They stick with people that make them feel good. So if I'm able to be a place like a safe haven, so I think like Starbucks talks about this. It's like that started like in Italy and Europe. They have like a third place. So it's like home, work, and then like coffee shop and like Starbucks, like Starbies, got fucking started and shit. It's the same exact concept. Yeah, dude. It's so unfortunate. But it's the same exact concept. It's like, okay, I want my emails to be a place of belonging, like a little break of they can get from the world. So especially when you're talking to women or just men in general as well, they already are aware of the problem. They're already aware of their current emotional state. Like they are comparing themselves. If they have a phone and are on social media, they're getting compared constantly. They're comparing themselves to the Jenners, or I think that's the Kardashians or Jenners. Those people, they're comparing themselves to like like say UFC fighters, like Alex Pereira or anything like that. Like it just doesn't matter. They're always comparing themselves. They're always seeing how they are coming up short compared to something else. So if you're able to help provide a safe space for them of like, hey, you got this, you get this encouragement, that's huge because not only are they getting encouragement from you, but also you're helping build up their encouragement in themselves, their empowerment in themselves, and then allows them to not really care about what other people think. It's pretty much it on that front. There's more. I'll share this later. But yeah, creating need, like, dude, that one's fucking huge, dude. Yeah, authority hand. I totally forgot about these. God damn. Yeah, you guys are gonna fucking love this. Yeah, feel free to dig into that. But do you guys have any questions? I'm happy to walk you through this on this stuff. It's a lot. We're like an hour in, I think. Yeah. What's up, dude?
Hey, Isaac. Just a couple questions here. The first one is the core emotion, which in this example is self-acceptance. You got that one by seeing the cells on the left, and then you determine what is like the emotion behind them, or what's like your process for
Yeah,
writing?
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I got you, dude. Okay, so when I did outcome, what outcome do they want? You could literally think about this, be like, okay, what's the outcome that they want, whatever product it is. For them, I figured out it's like they want to feel like themselves again. I noticed that our market, they want it to feel better. And it's like, okay, what is better? They just want to feel like themselves. Like if you've ever been injured or anything like that, you like, I don't know if you were athletic growing up, like say you pulled a hammy like running, but you have a whole routine around like fucking running and now you can't run. And then your first run, you're like, oh, I feel back to myself again. It's literally fucking that. Like it's that exact feeling. But for them, it's something else. So with that one, it's like, okay, why do they want to feel like themselves again? So this question up here is why do they want? Question mark here, and I put this part up here into this blank space. And I can literally. That's what I'm saying. Like, if you have a journal or like text, like, feel free to fucking write this stuff down to do like a fucking exercise so you know what's happening. And then I just break it down even further. So after I was like, okay, what do they want? They want to feel like themselves again, so they can feel confident. Okay, if they want to feel confident with that. They want to feel happy. They want to feel free. They want to they want to be inspired. You just go down and down further and further. And then I just landed back to loving themselves. So I was like, okay, this is self-acceptance.
Right.
So this bottom layer here, the bottom where it's like, I think I can't ask any more questions on this. I think I got the full gist of who they are. That becomes the core emotion of the market right there.
Oh, okay. So for example, confidence, that you then ask, why do you want to feel confident so they can feel happy? And you're going down to like, oh, okay, that makes sense now.
Exactly. Yeah. So once I get to like a part where like I'm stuck and I'm like, it just keeps going back to this, that's the core emotion. And then since you already did everything else, the secondary emotions, it's all this. It's the same exact stuff. Yeah.
Okay.
So if you're able to figure this part out, you'll get the core emotion right away, and then the secondary emotion. And then on top of the secondary emotions, the missing emotions, you just like, okay, what's the opposite of this? So the whole emotional side is all taken care of based off the outcome that you want.
Got it. Thank you. And just another quick question with the missing emotions. I remember Alan in one of the calls, he said that in order to better sell an outcome, you can start with fear, for example, which is sort of like what the news do, right? They add a little bit of fear and then they transmit the news. Is that the way that you use the missing emotion sort of, or what's the best way to use them in emails?
Personally, for the style that I like to use real life scenarios of what's happening, of like what's their day to day. This is why I'm like, dude, if you can understand their age, gender, and like their limiting beliefs and like where they're at age cycle wise, you'll understand like, okay, so what's your market?
Oh, you're asking me?
Yeah, what's your market?
Well, I work with a few clients, but I have one in the like religious niche, like Christian. Bit I don't know how to explain it.
Oh, good. Is it like biz op or anything like that? Like, or you
Yeah.
could just throw another market out there that you would like are interested in.
Well, I have another one who kind of like r- rents boats, but I'm not sure if that's like I'm not sure if that's a good
Okay,
example.
renting boats. Okay, why do they? Okay, you just gotta like dive back. Okay, like okay, they're renting a boat. Why? How old are they? Okay, if it's let's just say it's a man. The man.
Yep.
Okay, what type of boat? I'm like, okay, is he using this for connection with his son to like go fishing, or is he using this as like a yacht party type of thing? So you got to figure
Yep.
out like when I was saying like what's the context of this? Like what's his outcome? So depending on the boat, it's like, hey, I'm getting this fucking yacht so I can be a baller. You're like, okay, it's
Right.
just fucking status. He wants to be like the man. Then that then helps you break it down even further. So like once you have that outcome, you break down that outcome even further because the outcome itself is an experience.
Yep.
So whatever experience they have, if that experience happens, there's a feeling that's going to be attached to that. And you just got to break it down even further.
Hmm. Got it. Appreciate it, Isaac. Thank you.
Nice, nice, nice. Of course, big dog. All right, Jay, let's go.
Hey, dude. How are you?
What's up, man?
All good, brother. Great stuff so far. I just had a question. Basically, we have a client, and our job is to manage his email list. So he gets
Mhm.
150K fresh leads every week from the home refinance niche, right? So
Nice.
at the moment, he's mailing the list, and he's in revenues doing like we're doing around 50K, right? But the big problem is he can't
Okay.
actually inbox Gmail or Yahoo, um, and which is like accounts for 70% of the list. So he brought us in to do that. So
Okay.
what I've done is, yeah, so that's my whole conundrum basically. So what I've done is like I've partnered up with some ESP companies. I've got some custom made
Yeah.
servers and stuff. But what we really need is somebody with the infrastructure who can send that sort of volume, like 150K from day one, basically. So we can blast that list, and eventually move over the whole list, which is like 500,000.
Yeah. Yeah. Blasting the whole lit, you'll get fucking flagged right away with that if you don't have the right
No,
setup.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So, but like
Do you have like
we can't do like commercial ESPs like Active Campaign, Aweber and stuff. That's not gonna work, right? So I've like hooked up with the owner of Blastable, who's like willing to share these good IP pools and everything. Uh, Obviously we're gonna start slow, like 10K, then build it up
yeah.
slowly, slowly, slowly. But I was just wondering, like, would you know anybody who has like for like the ideal scenario is in a dream world, like Walmart would let us use their sender IPs, right? Like for example,
Yeah.
because that'd be great. Like, and we'd be willing to pay like 5K a month plus a percentage of the rev share as well. So like if you know anybody, or even if you have any set up yourself, that'd be awesome. So that's basically my
Yeah.
question.
Yeah, there's one guy who comes to mind who'd be able to help out with that.
Hmm.
Yeah, dude, the whole setting up of multiple, that one's hard. Yeah, I did that like a few times and I had to
Hmm.
rewarm a list. It was not to your extent of a million plus, but it was like
Hmm.
250,000. I had
Hmm.
to like do the ID verification, set up the
Yep.
integration. I think I blacked out halfway through because tech is not my
No.
shit.
Yeah.
Um,
Same.
yeah, so
Yeah.
I literally just did all that. Delegate to web dev, that's super fucking helpful. And then
Hmm.
from there, I did like a 0.5% send to the whole list, and I just built it up from there. So it's like 0.5, 0.7%, and then it was like 1%, and then I just kept incrementally growing. It went
Hmm.
over week. So this took me like 6 to 8 weeks to completely finish and get the whole list reactivated. Before you
Yeah.
even go even further, like make sure your stuff's clean too. I'm pretty sure you're doing that. But like when
Oh
if
yeah.
you're
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
sending with a building a new domain shit, like if you send to bad stuff, you're gonna get bad reputation right out the gate. And then
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
emails, they can't be like crazy pitchy stuff too. The other thing
No.
too,
No. No.
if you're
No.
buying leads, yeah, like I don't know exactly the details of what your stuff is, um,
Hmm.
but like there may be some regulation behind that. You may have to jump more hoops through on that stuff.
Right.
Real estate
So.
market, dude, I tried to hop into that. I can't do it. Like, dude, I can't fucking do it. So good luck on that one.
So,
But it's just hard for me to figure out that side of that. Yeah,
so they,
I'd warm it up. That'd be the biggest thing.
yeah, definitely. Like they're typically coming from like search PPC, native ads. So they're filling out like they're people who want to refinance their homes and pull cash out of their homes.
Mhm.
And then we just follow up with offers about refinancing their homes, basically. And then
Okay.
like a spin-off of that is a credit score offer, right? Because if you want to refinance your home, you've got to have
Okay.
like some sort of credit score. So those are the two kind of emails we send.
Yeah.
Mm.
Doesn't is that why you're not able to use the conventional ones? 'Cause, like, don't they have like some like regulations, like active
Uh,
campaign on like credit and like financing or something like that? I'm not 100%
like I
sure on
mean,
that one.
we also have a BizOp business and we use Active Campaign for that, but
Okay.
that's the thing we can't. That's our current infrastructure is all set up for BizOp. So like my main business is selling traffic, but managing this email list is like
Okay.
it's like a separate kind of project basically. But yeah, if you have
Gotcha.
anybody in
Gotcha.
mind, I would appreciate
Okay.
the connection or
Yeah,
whatever.
message me on Discord. I think there's one guy who may be able to help you out with that stuff. Yeah, because that
Sounds
one's
good,
like
bro.
a little too complex for me on that one. But yeah,
Okay.
I'll get more details from you and they'll help me like figure out more.
Thank you very much, Isaac. Appreciate it.
Of course, big dog. Alrighty, homies. What else you got? You want me to go further, or how would you want to go down with this with you guys? I can like share a link if you give me a sec. I can so you guys fill it out yourselves. Does that sound cool? You can give me a one or a yes or a thumbs up. Sick. Give me a sec. Sweet. View only. God. Cool. Yeah. Viewer. Cool. Okay. Here you guys go. Feel free to make a copy. You guys should have access to that now. If you don't, let me know. Thomas, go ahead, dude. What's up? Of
Hey man, thank you for the call. So I have
course, big
a
dog.
quick question. I closed a client for some basic flows like welcome sequence and abandonment card. So
Good
after
shit.
this is done, how would you price the retainer? Because I don't know if I should like write 2 to 3 weekly emails or just daily emails. So I guess other question is how do you figure out how many emails you pitch to the client?
Okay. If I'm tracking correctly, you got a client, signed a retainer, trying to figure out how many emails to send.
Yeah, so I
Okay.
close the initial setup and after this is done, I'm
Okay.
gonna set up retainer with him. So I'm trying to figure out how to
Okay.
price it and how to structure it.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Okay. How many emails is he sending now? Does he have an email list?
He has an email list, but the it's 18K people, and he hasn't been emailing them in. I think the last email that he sent was on April 15, and he never had someone manage his list. He never like sold people through email. He only like sent like educational content, and that's it.
Okay. Okay. I'd warm it up a bit more so you can yeah, I think the big one. So if, what like so he's only sending a few times last time is April, so that is what today is June, or about July. Um okay, cool. Yeah, dude, you could do like what I did for those ones. I did like 1 to 2 and be like, hey, I want to get you to 1 to 2 for the time being, but I'll get you 3. And then the third would be like you could do a segment. So depending on which segment that you have, you can send to the list multiple times. So if you do a warm-up sequence, and then the people who are like opening, say the most active or stuff like that, you can send emails to those people like, hey, I'll send these people once, twice a week. And then the older segment or the other segment that he's that you're warming up to, you could send to another time. So if you want like 3 times a week, 2 times a week, those are pretty good. Is this guy like buying traffic constantly?
Yeah, so he's running ads, but
Okay.
neither of his marketing is particularly good. Like the ads is just like getting a discount on his front end product, and that way he gets people
Okay.
through his list.
Okay. Yeah, you could go 2, 3 times a week very easy on that and then set it up for a consistent one. Once you have like a good flow set up where it's like, okay, you set your schedule. So a lot of people like, okay, Tuesday, Thursday, if you do 2 times a week. I don't know if you do 3 times a week, there's Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Like, so whatever works best for you.
Yeah.
I personally like to give 2 options, like several options. Like, hey, this is what I like to do. Here's 2 options here on XYZ. Let me know what your thoughts on this one, or I give them another option. That makes it easier. Yeah, for the retainer stuff, my biggest thing is like, I don't know where you're at, like in life wise. Like when I first got my retainers, like I was just like, I got you, cool, consistent income. I fucking deliver, get someone else, and I just build on top of that instead of like getting a whole wave. That's too much change for me. I like to do it like one, stay consistent, get an next one, consistent, get a next one. So that might be easier for you.
Okay, so to recap, like try to do like 2 to 3 emails a week and try to um contact the most active segments.
Yeah.
Okay. Perfect, man.
Yeah,
Thank
because
you.
there's also be a chunk of the list, dude. If you can clean it, if you can, or you could go to like, hey, who's been active XYZ, like create your segments properly. Because he may have some people who are like just fucking gone. Like it just some email part of the email is just not going to respond, and it is what it is. He'll get more.
Yeah, so the list was initially 22K, and I did like a small cleaning to 18K, so 4K people removed. But
Okay.
yeah, like I said, the last email was sent on April 15, so 2 months ago.
Okay. Yeah, dude, I'd warm it up since you just cleaned it. I'm be like, hey, here's you're doing the welcome flow and all that stuff. Like, here, I want to get you to 2 emails a week. This is the exact warm up flow I'm going to be doing. Here's the 2 emails, boom, boom, boom. Here's the cadence, and like you can show them exactly. Or you could do the other options, like same exact thing, but like here's how we do it over 3 emails. Email one will have XYZ. Email two would have XYZ. Email three will have like XYZ. And then like your depending on your setup, like say like email. Oh, you could do this actually too. I've done this several times. It's like each week is themed, so that you do like the problem like Monday, Tuesday, Monday, Wednesday, Friday. So like Monday you set the theme XYZ, whatever the problem is. Wednesday you talk about it more, and then Friday is like when you do like a more direct, like here, fucking buy this thing. So you're like Wednesday could be like a very soft pitch.
Okay, perfect, man. Thank you.
Of course, big dog. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to sharing the screen real fast. I happy to like fill this in with you guys. I like if you have like a certain product, we can like go line by line, and if that works for you guys, let me know. Cool. Good. Anyone want to work on it, or you guys good? Good. All right, sick. Sorry. Okay. I have. Let me share this real quick. See, this made me myself. Was it this one? Okay. You guys should have access to this. I'm happy to work on it with you guys. Like, get your first setup. Like, if we can break down your market, be like, okay, what's your market demographic? We can get this dialed in, and then your market assumptions, we can fill this in as well very quickly. So you guys, when you guys write your emails this week, makes it easier. Does that work for you? Raise your hand if you want to do this. We'll fucking rip it. All right, Alex, let's go.
I waited, like this call is so good. I had to like be somewhere else right now, and I moved like for morning just to keep being here. So thank you for the
Oh,
call.
sick. Let's go, dude. What a compliment.
Yeah, it's super good. Thank you.
I'll-
I'm like doing like a bunch of things at the same time, but yeah, I'm focusing here. So how do we do this? Do you mean like doing
Okay,
it with
so yeah, dude, I'll ask you questions. I'm very like hands off on certain things. Like, dude, I'll ask you questions. We'll go through this, like fill it in for yourself. We can continue
Yeah.
this like on Discord or the forum. But like,
Yeah.
like, what's your customer's name? Like, what we can like
The
fill it
customer
in
name?
side by side. Yeah.
Well, that's interesting. Yeah. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
super
make a
interesting
copy.
because I never did like this complete thing with my customers, and we're saying like a lot right now, so it's fun. So name, let's call them um John for men. Super original. By the way,
Alright.
do you speak Spanish?
Dude, very minimal. My grandma speaks to me. I'm just like deported. Sorry. John.
Yeah,
John Wick.
John
All right, that's
Wick.
your
Yeah,
customer. There we
yeah.
go.
They are
All right, how old you,
coaches.
dude?
They are usually like 40.
40? Okay.
Yeah, 40, 45. Yeah,
Cool.
they
Now.
tend to be more females now. I don't know why, but yeah.
Oh, really?
So
Yeah.
yeah.
Let me do this. Actually, I'll do that later. Okay. So this male, because the guy's named John.
Yeah, that's the job.
Keep pronouns.
They are
Okay. Where do you think their limiting belief is? Like, what's your market?
they are like, I would say like 80% or 75% helpless and a little bit hopeless.
Okay.
So
So you think they're
helpless,
all
hopeless.
helpless, hopeless?
I mean, it's in the 1 to 100 visa
Oh,
street, so
helpless,
they're like
hopeless.
it's like how to get clients online. So they are like
Okay.
super.
Okay.
Some of them are super. Yeah.
All right, let's do this. I'll get a picture for you for your fucking customer dog. Let's do it. This is so funny. All right. Here we go. Let's get this. John Wick. Dude, it's like my favorite fucking movie franchise. I like keep binging on it constantly. I used to do it all the
I
time with
watched
like
it.
Rambo. That was good, dude. Yeah, I felt like John Wick, you know. All right, let's do this. Do I copy paste this? Cool. Lee. See? Obviously do like a legit image for your dude, but it just makes it so easy.
Yeah, it's
So when you
really
like are writing, you have like a face. So like what like Agora, that was like the biggest thing. It's like you have someone to talk to instead of like a fucking blank screen. You're like, all right, who's this? Like, cause like for this one, Mrs. Jones, dude, when I'm like stuck, I'm like, all right, I'm writing to her. Like, how would I talk to her? Um, and for you too, like if you can, like for marketing reasons, also research purposes, like go where your market's at. Like if you're in like golf, like go to join a country club, like go hit golf. Like if you're into surfing, go surf, like go hang out at the beach or whatever. It just makes it so much easier to communicate and then understand like what's really happening and get a good pulse. Okay, so if they're helpless, hopeless, their ratios might be a little bit different. Helpless, hopeless. I would say 10% here of the problem. And then you could probably do some hopeless to solution on this one. Most likely 40, 45. Men are pretty capable of solving things, just unless they got a fucking divorce. But then probably got this like new wind of energy, like, oh yeah, fucking freedom. Dude, that shit's hilarious. Like, let me get a motorcycle. All right, so you got emotional state. All right, would you say they're high, low?
Customers are high emotional state because I make sure like we don't want like the low ones. So like the messaging is super quickly. So
Perfect. Okay, and then market quadrant. Okay, so again, it's how would you describe your market? Is it like very process driven?
dynamic.
Is it very dynamic? Okay.
They love processes, but it's very dynamic. So because like things change a lot.
Okay, dynamic mechanical, most likely.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah, dynamic mechanical. You could have those ones there. Okay. A market cycle. So there's a few. There's romantic, where it's just, and then there's infatuation, realism, critical, accountability, stability. Are you familiar with these? I could quickly give you a quick rundown on each one.
Sorry,
There's no right or wrong answer. Oh, okay. So the romantic is like in fact, like you're a little like, oh my God, that's so cool. You think about that, that'd be awesome. Infatuation, how I see that is like love bombing. You're like, oh, cool, like great. And then you get the realism critical, you're like kind of seeing what's happening. You're like, that may be a red flag, maybe a beige flag, maybe a green flag. You're like noticing, okay, cool. And then you have accountability. Oh, actually, infatuation's that realism, and that's where it becomes like, okay, you're able to see flaws. And then accountability is like, are you going to fucking do this? And then stability is like, is it working? Like the whole process. That's how I see it. I would highly recommend checking out Market Quadrant's call on that one.
Okay, yeah.
Market cycle.
Yes. I would say accountability.
Okay, accountability, stick, offer type.
Do it yourself.
Do it yourself. Bam. Is this
psychological.
a physical or a mental problem?
Mental.
Mental? All right, boom.
Yeah.
Okay, dude. You got John Wick, 40 to 45-year-old male, gender, helpless, hopeless. Okay, you know exactly what type of messaging to do. Your helpless ratio. Be like, okay, helpless. Here goes the solution. Makes it so much fucking easier. And then you high emotional state. So you don't have to really like be bottom of the barrel. Just go straight into it. People are very helpless. They're like, let's fucking go. I know exactly the problem. Let's go for it. Market quadrant, you understand dynamic mechanical. So you're coaching, correct? Is that correct?
Yeah, they are like coaches. Because at first it was more
okay.
Yeah.
Oh, so these
we
guys
want
are trying to get like
directives.
fucking business leads, right?
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Okay, yeah, dude. Fucking the dynamic and mechanical as fuck. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. So the dynamic mechanical stuff, that'll be easy because it's like, okay, things are changing. Here's the process. So if you're, say, it's coaching, let's just say an old coaching trick, which is fucking hilarious. DMs be like, okay, people are not booking calls. Like, how do we get them on a call? Like, okay, here's a new way. Obviously, book a call is not working as well. Again, there's an old reference on this one. It's like, let's do DM closing. Fine, it's just so funny to me. The DM closing and like, here's the whole process. Here's my script. Here's XYZ. So if you're able to identify the change that's happening and then provide a solution to that change for a certain outcome, that's really all you got to do.
Okay.
So depending on what they're using to acquire a customer or generate leads, you just need to figure out that dynamic process for them and then make it I just said that, a process for them. Figure out the dynamic that just happened and then create a process for it. Literally what this whole spreadsheet is for you guys. Yeah. So that's literally, I do this in my head as much as I can. Like when I'm reading people or like trying to build something, it's like, okay, how can I do this? Where are they at? What's happening? And I can communicate to them faster. So this is not just for email. This helps you like communicate with more people in general. So if you are trying to work on confidence, which is something I've worked on for a long time, it's like you just go up to strangers. So like yesterday, there's a guy with a Harley Davidson bike just watching the beach. I kind of got a read on him and I said a few things and I just knew exactly what to say. And I was like, all right, cool. And then we talked a little bit and then that was it. Yeah. We rode off together into the sunset. But yeah, I did. It was like super cool, dude.
Yeah, we will.
But yeah. Sick. And then assumptions for you, let's do this one. Your assumption would probably be leads. Next one, closing problems. Scaling. Oh no, multiple. Yeah, scaling, coaching. And then the other one would probably be time/schedule. If you want good time scheduling stuff, I'll check out Craig Valentine. He was like one of my first early mentors that like really helped me get my shit down. And like, dude, without him, my like ADHD would be so fucked. All that stuff. Schedule. And then the other one would probably be lifestyle. Lifestyle. All right, cool. And then gut health. What's another one that they probably have? Oh, team. We're having that team. General. All right, cool. This is just general. Obviously, you know your market way better than I do. So like, you know exactly, okay, they have a problem with leads. They have a closing problem. So it's like, okay, here's how to handle an objection of when they say XYZ. You have a scaling coaching. So usually with coaching, it's usually one person. Very literally fucking NHB, for example. Alan was the go-to guy on this one. And fucking, dude, Alan is literally ridiculous. God damn, bro. What a fucking machine. But he's like, okay, how can I scale my time? Because my time can no longer scale. I've hit my bandwidth. All right, how do I scale my coaching? Let's hire other coaches. It's the same exact process. You have a business, you're like, okay, say you're bringing a bunch of leads. You're like, all right, how do I monetize these leads? All right, scale this backend. Boom, here's someone to do emails. Or like, here's ads. Like, let's fucking go for this. Cool. Time schedule, same exact thing. Lifestyle. Schedule time. It's like, how do I wake up? How do I fucking go about this whole process? You're good on that. And then you're good on this. If anyone else wants to do this with me, let me know. I'll make a copy. If anything, I'll go deeper, but I want to make sure like this first part's good for you dudes.
Yeah, super useful. Thank
You good on this, Alex, right now?
Super.
Of course, dude. I'll share the link to you real quick.
Thank
Of course, man. Give me a sec. I'll share this link. Copy. Should be good to go, big dog.
Yeah, what it is.
Boom.
Super useful.
All right.
Yeah, thank you so much.
Of course, big dog. All right. Jay, you want the same thing? Am I muted? Jay, would you like the same thing or no?
Oh, sorry, buddy. Yeah, I was just gonna ask, apart from datavalidation.com, what list hygiene service do you recommend to clean like CSV files of data and stuff?
Ooh, what the fuck was that name?
We use
Give me a sec.
Listflex as well. Yeah, sure. We use ListFlex as well. They have like a scrub and verify thing, which I'm not sure how
Oh, that might
robust
be
it is though.
good.
Hmm.
Yeah, I used this one a while ago. I don't think. Let's see. Okay. Podcast. Yeah, I like this one. I just gotta find.
Yeah.
Cleaning list. Cool. Let's see. Fuck.
I know there's data
We go through
validation,
active.
but I don't.
Yeah, you could go with that one. Dude, I want to give
Hmm.
you the one that I used. Yeah, it's that one. Fuck. I'll have to find that. Damn it. It was so fucking easy. It was so easy.
Hmm.
God damn it.
Okay.
Oh well. You're all good. You want to do the
No,
messaging matrix with you, dude, or are you good?
no worries, bro.
Alrighty. Sick.
Thank you.
Alejandro, what's up?
I just had a quick question. When you were helping Alex, that you did the the assumptions that you said, like leads, closing problems. I think you obviously have a lot of experience working in different niches, but if you were working like on a niche for the first time and you don't know the people very well, and you want to uh figure out what the assumptions are and maybe even also the outcome on the left side of the quadrant below, would
Yeah,
you
yeah.
just do like regular market research, or is there like a specific process you follow for doing so?
Yeah, dude, regular basic market research is the best you can do. Like always go back to the basics.
Yep.
I don't know where you're at or if there's a Barnes and Nobles or like a bookstore near you. I would like look at your top sellers on XYZ topic, and then you could break it down to chapters. That's helped me tremendously. I can like get a quick idea of what's happening. You can do the same thing with Amazon, like go to Amazon, like top sellers of
Yeah.
XYZ market and fucking do that. Yeah, fuck the bookstore. Fuck going outside. I want to stay on the screen in my room all day. Dude, okay, so when I first started like marketing stuff online, like my whole family didn't know. They still don't know about it. But like I'd be in my room all day and I'd be on Zoom calls like this talking. I used to do like coaching calls and like copy coaching just for free. Um,
Okay.
but yeah, my sister fucking did a whole rumor that I was talking to adult men and that I did like OnlyFans and like was doing like implying that I did adult male content on fucking online. Funniest
Oh,
joke, but yeah, so yeah, I talk to grown men and they give me money. Sugar baby. All
that's
right,
so
all
good.
right.
I
But yeah, dude,
appreciate
did that
it.
answer your question on that one?
It
Oh,
did,
dude, and then
yeah.
also
Thank you.
check this one out. Oh, I think Brandon said this, so all credit to Brandon. Um, I think Brandon pointed this out. I was watching one of his old videos. But if you go to Amazon on reviews, there's like this
Yeah.
AI summary. Yeah, that one's super helpful. That's been a new one. I think Brandon's just so credit to Brandon on that one. So yeah, it was fucking great.
Yeah, definitely.
Sweet,
When
sweet.
when I initially learned how to do market research, the first thing I learned was to go on Amazon and look at book reviews, see what people liked and disliked and so on. But
Yeah, yeah.
yep, I appreciate that. Thank you, Isaac.
Sick. Of course, big dog. Yeah, happy to help. Are you good?
Yep, I am.
Sweet.
Thank you.
All right, Thomas, what's up?
Hey man, I want to do this matrix with you.
Oh, let's go, bro. Let's fucking go. Make a copy real quick. Let me go take this to a separate tab. Oh, dude, I'll just do this. What? All right, it's Thomas Wayne. Are you Bruce Wayne's daddy? Sorry.
Nah, it's just a brand name. Old brand
Yeah,
name
that's
that
fucking
I had.
sick, dude. Yeah, dude. Yeah, like I'm related to fucking Batman. All right, what's your market?
I think it's Piso, but I wanna ask
Okay.
because this guy sells like a micro MBA course, and it's on
Okay.
corporate finance. So I'm guessing
Oh,
that's
sick.
that's Piso.
Yeah, I consider that biz up because like they're in business and trying to capitalize on opportunity within the business. That's how I classify it. If it's something else, like and someone knows that, please fucking tell me. But I agree with you.
Yeah,
Okay.
I mean it's a corporate finance, so I will believe
Yeah.
that they want to either start a business or grow a business.
Yeah, dude. Fuck yeah. Okay, hold on. Corporate finance, bro. How old are these guys?
I would say it's between 20 to 50.
Oh, 20 to 50. who buys your product the most?
That's a good question because I asked him and he said that he has a lot of students from multiple different ages, like students who are considering, for example, to go to college, but they see this as a way to skip college. People who have like accounting degrees and are looking to expand their knowledge. People who want to advance in careers, for example. So it's a little bit of everything, I would say.
Let's go. What about ethnicity? Is there a specific ethnicity that he's going for?
No, all over the world.
All over the world, Mr. Worldwide. Pitbull.
Yeah.
Dale. Let's go. No, it's probably not that guy. Are they like have they gone to college? Or they're trying to skip college?
Some of them did. Some of them have, like I said, the degrees, for example, in accounting, or for example, in there was this other title. But yeah, mainly people in either in some career or either looking to start a business, I will say. Yeah, someone like that.
What the fuck? Okay, sick. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, when you're talking to your customers like on this stuff, like some of them would be like, "Hey, I'm not sure." Like you're like, "Dude, what the fuck? Like who are you talking to the most?" Like how do you not know your customers? So like when you're working with clients, I know you probably already know this, but like some of them just like are paying you to figure out their problems. They're like, "I have all these problems. I don't have the bandwidth to handle this. Here you go. Like I'll pay you to handle my problems." You're like, "Aye, aye, Captain." Like it's so fucking nice.
Yeah.
Sweet. I'll move this over. All right. So what's his name?
Let's say Joe.
Your customer's name? Joe?
Yeah. John
Joe
Doe.
Mama. All right, cool. Oh, it's so dumb. I hate you. I hate you. There we go. Let's see. Let's see. Nice. Don't hate you anymore. All right. Okay. So, Joe Schmo. Joe Schmoo. All right. How old is he? Let's say. How old is this guy do you think he looks? Fucking early 30s? 30?
Yeah, I mean,
40.
to 25 at least, I will say 22, 25 to probably 45.
What's the price tag on this offer?
It's like 150, maybe low ticket.
Oh, dude. Okay, yeah, dude. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, this is way fun. I was expecting like thousands of dollars, like this actual MBA program.
Yeah, it's a micro
MBA. Easy.
Yeah.
Okay. Male. Oh, it's a male, correct?
Yeah.
I would do. Okay. I think it might be worthless, helpless because if they're this young, like they may be like, okay, I want to go do X, Y, big things, but they also are smart enough to figure it out themselves.
Yeah, I think helpless at least, and it can be like worthless, helpless.
Okay, perfect. Worthless, helpless. Okay, once we know that, okay, so worthless, helpless. You could probably vary your messaging in between these two, right here. When I say, because your customer may be when I talk about like life cycles, like there's 25 to 35. So if you look at the beginning of 25, like those people are kind of just getting out of college. If they went to college, I think that's right age. I dropped out of college. But it's just like they're trying to turn the leaf and trying to climb that ladder even further, like, oh, the XYZ. And then you also have the other people who are already in that corporate stuff or already are doing business stuff. And they're like, okay, I just know what's happening. How the fuck can I do this? So you may have to like talk about like the dream and then also like actual matter of fact shit. So let's just do this one for the time being. Low top two. That's how are these people responding to your messaging? Like how are they interacting with the group? Like what's happening?
I haven't watched the call on emotional states, and also this guy, like I said, hasn't been emailing the list, so I don't have that much data to see that is relevant at least.
You're good. What we'll do low for the time being, just because it is a 25 to 35-year-old male. Unless he's a fucking stallion, maybe one confident mofo like moi. And then he does have some worthless, helpless. So obviously he's gonna have some worthless in this bitch, and some low emotional state. Um, yeah, guys are not necessarily the most emotionally developed. It's kind of like the frontal lobe as I or frontal lobe is like till 26. So yeah,
Yeah.
cool. Market quadrant, what would you say they are?
Di
So it's business,
Dynamic, definitely.
so
Yeah.
dynamic. Okay.
Yeah.
Are these people, do you think it's a combination of dynamic mechanical?
No, I don't think it, well, now that you ask, maybe it is mechanical in a bit because if they are looking maybe to get like a micro MBA, they are used to, for example, following um like a structure, for example, education program.
Okay. Or is it creative? Like they have to think on their feet on XYZ, like because like X every new problem. Because like when you're looking at the dynamic and static, that's the rate of change. The creative mechanical, that's how it's done. Does
So
that make
this
sense?
has, yeah, it makes sense. This involves a lot of, for example, since it's involved in corporate finance, a lot of that is like come
Okay.
down to tracking numbers, and that can be quite mechanical. But since it has
Okay.
the business part in it, then it can be dynamic too. So
Okay. Yeah, if it was finance, I'd be like, dude, it's probably static mechanical, but since it's business, dynamic mechanical, most likely.
yeah,
For sure. Okay, cool. Market cycle, where would you think they are? Do you think people are new to this idea? I think the MBA is like pretty solid idea. Like it's a superstructure that's already been established. Um, so it might be
yeah,
accountability on this
yeah,
one. The reason I think that accountability, correct me if I'm wrong though, I think it's accountability because people are familiar with the idea of what it is, and they're like, I'm paying you to get me this mini MBA. If you don't do it, I want my fucking money back.
yeah,
Or would it be realism? Like they're a little critical. They're like, oh, I get the idea. I could get like online stuff and I could get like a job. Does that make sense?
yeah. I think it's accountability.
Accountability? Okay.
Yeah,
Offer type. This is
uh,
do it yourself, done for you, done with you.
do it yourself.
Do it yourself. Cool. And then I think it's a mental problem. If I'm correct. What type of market? What type of problem are you solving? Mental?
Yeah, I don't
Is that
know
correct
this
or is it physical?
this part. You will have to
Oh, you're good. Okay,
do
so
that one.
you're chilling, Doc. I'll explain it to you. You're chilling. That's literally the whole point of me on these calls. You know how like Ravi's like the fucking like man when it comes to like oh check out this call. Like I'm
Yeah.
nowhere near to Ravi's level, but I could say wow with a lot of enthusiasm. So that's like the closest I can get to Ravi's greatness. Um, Dude, he's such a kind guy too. You should really talk to him if you haven't. Okay, so the type of market, there's usually two types of markets. There's psychological need and which is I always get these tongue twitches. Psychological, which is mental, and then there's physiological, which is physical. So if I am in business, do you think my body is a problem, or do you think I have a mental problem? Like do you get what I mean?
Right. Yeah. Mental.
Okay, yeah, mental. So if it was like say fitness, I would say that's a physical problem. Like it's like get a six pack before summer, and it's just like look at my tummy. It's like jiggles. Like that's a physical problem.
Yeah.
Like this is a very physical problem. I'm not. I know I just made voices. So I'm just really comfortable now. But yeah, so that's a mental problem. Yeah, I'm not doing that to make fun of you.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah. I'm gonna fucking bully you, dog. Nothing held back. All right. Okay. So what do you think problems are? So these are market assumptions.
Lack of skills, I will say. That's why they want to maybe learn more.
Okay.
Probably information overload in a way because these people have they are like endless consumers, I would say, and even more with the amount of content that is posted online with many different conflicted advices.
Okay. So when you're looking at the market assumptions, you got to look at resources. What type of resources that people have? So there's pretty much three main. There's money, time, and energy. Those are like the three main resources that people you can play with and modulate. But obviously, so okay, we have time, money, and energy. So information overload, that would probably be what time and a
Yeah.
little bit of energy.
Yeah.
Okay, and then lack of skills, that would probably be energy or time. Might be one of those two. Okay, what's something that we could do around um, money? Lack of pay, not getting the right pay. They want to use this to move forward, correct? Like if
Yeah,
they want
yeah,
ROI on
maybe
this, right?
like career advancement, maybe,
Okay.
or maybe having more skills to
These
getting
are
paid more. But yeah, more of the same.
okay. Okay. Lack of skills, not enough pay. Being passed on opportunities.
I try to do like a breakdown of why someone would want like an MBA, and what
Yeah.
I came into was like to get more credibility, which leads to reputation, which leads to status, which leads to access, then opportunity, then growth, then leverage, and that kind of stuff. Maybe the ultimate
Perfect.
point
Yeah,
is
dude.
is freedom, I will say, or autonomy.
Yeah, dude. That might be it over here on that like core outcome. Like they want to be more free to do what they want.
Yeah.
If it's NBA, that might be a little hard because it's like more corporate. Like I come from corporate. I used to do freelance stuff, and then I literally went into in-house and then fucking climbed up the corporate ladder. And yeah, so totally fucking get it. Yeah. All right, cool. You're good on this, dude? What should
Yeah,
I
yeah,
just do?
man. Thank you.
Okay, sick. Yeah, fill this in as best you can. Like, I just like want to get the ball rolling for you dudes because you guys are just willing to invest in yourselves and are like, let me just trust these guys online with my future. Like, fuck.
Thank you, man.
All right, let's see. Of course, man. Tell Batman I say what's up. All right, cool, 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 cool. Let's see, let's see. I'm checking chat. Dude, if anyone else wants me to do this with them, like, feel free. Like, Heather, sorry to put you on the spot, but if you are available, we'd love to do this with you. Or what was it? Hendra? Come on, that'd be so sick. Is up, cool. Sweet. Called something. So I'm just checking the chat right now if I'm missing anything. Oh, AI slaves. What the fuck? Okay. Alrighty. Dude, have you seen those like AI girlfriends? Dude, those are fucking crazy. I'm just like, wait, I could be Master Chief in Halo? Who's my Cortana? Sorry. All right. Do you guys have any questions or anything like that? We'll have to continue this. Do you want me to do a breakdown for you guys? Feel free to raise your hand. Um, put Rogan. Oh, that's so funny. Cool, cool, cool. All right. Let's see. Think you guys are at your limit. Go plus ultra. Alrighty, dudes. That's pretty much it. Dude, appreciate you guys all your time. Like, I hopefully I recorded this properly and this was a good kickoff call. If it wasn't, please fucking tell me. Highly doubt it. You're welcome. Killed it. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Cool. Yeah, that's crazy. Sweet. Thank you, Chrissy. Dude, Chrissy, do you want me to do the breakdown with you? If I'm more than happy to do like a full demo breakdown with you, if that's easier for you. Sweet. Oh, dude, Chrissy, we could talk to this, dude. This is literally what this is for. So I'm gonna put you on the spotlight if you're comfortable with it. Feel free to hop on camera or talk.
Hi, can you
Hey,
hear
what's up,
me?
dude?
Hey, how are
Oh,
you?
fuck yeah,
So,
dude. You sound like an angel.
I am new to NHB, and this is like one of my first calls when I've never gone live or talked before. So, thanks for inviting me because I would never have jumped in. My project that I'm working on is we just finished a season of coaching NCAA champions, the Texas Longhorns women's softball team. And so it was emotional
Congrats.
regulation coaching that we did. Thank you so much. It was emotional regulation coaching that we did. We've got the whole team and some other girls in the league ready to promote us. And we're talking to parents of athletes, and we want to sell them our coaching program. And
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
trying to wrap my head around how to present it because coaching is not it coaching is new to me. I come from retail and I know nothing about softball, and I'm not a parent.
Nice, dude. Fucking formula for success.
Yeah, yeah.
The outsider is usually the one who changes the industry. Like usually how it goes.
So
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, so I'm
So
just kind of stuck a little bit, but also like we're just launching. We just launched a website. We have a
gotcha.
quiz for a lead magnet and just trying to
Okay.
figure out where to go from here. And obviously email marketing is going to be part of it.
Yeah, I got you, dude. Okay. So I'm going to repeat. This helps me re-understand everything. Just say yes or correct me if I'm wrong. You just launched an offer. Texas Longhorn softball won a championship. It's emotional regulation coaching offer. You're getting testimonials set up, and you're about to launch. Correct?
Correct.
Sweet, sweet, sweet. Awesome, awesome. Okay, so have you launched already with ads? Like, where are you at with that process? Are you just doing organic social media, or is it paid ads?
So we're just launching. We've been doing this for a couple of years, and we've just finally taken it online at like outside of our,
Okay.
network. And so
Sweet, sweet, sweet.
we just started like our LinkedIn. We've got a pretty bare bones Instagram, but like I've got this big content strategy that I'm working through right now. So this is so relevant to because I'm literally putting the strategy and the planner and the content together. So we're just about to go onto social, and I need to figure out my messaging for these athletes to be talking to the kids or the parents
Gotcha,
of the kids.
gotcha. Okay, okay. I would love to talk more. I could probably do a demo breakdown. I want to make sure it's like worth your time. The other thing that comes to mind, I think Kevin is your ticket high ticket, low ticket? Is it like is it above $500, below
Yeah,
$500,
it's
above 1,000?
647.
647? Okay, you might be on that cusp. You should be fine. And then have you launched, are you guys talking about doing ads?
Oh, yes, absolutely. I just want to make sure that the offer converts organically,
100%.
we'll
Okay,
know pretty
perfect.
quickly, everybody that we've got doing
Okay,
it. We've got a lot of we've got like NBA coaches validating us with testimonials and stuff like that. So we've got it
dude.
all. I just need to package it and get it out there.
Dude, you guys are gonna fucking crush it. That's fucking
I hope
sick.
so.
Yeah, best of luck,
Thanks,
dude.
man.
Yeah, hell yeah. Um, okay, so I'll just top of mind. If you have the offer and already have data going through, I would highly recommend checking out Brandon Vasquez's call. It's on Fridays. It's CRO stuff. It's just optimizing. So since you already have something in motion, he should be able to
Mhm.
help you optimize it even further on that. As in for the content and like what to talk about, I'm more than happy to do a messaging matrix breakdown for you. And if that points you in the right direction or gets the ball rolling, that's a win. Because it seems like there's a lot going on. Would that be easier for you to get more clarity on what to do?
I think that sounds, yes,
Sick,
sounds
dude. Yeah,
great.
dude. I want to help you out, dude. You're fucking helping so many people. Dude, softball is so fun.
Yeah, we got
Alrighty.
a lot of kids looking up to these girls, so it's great.
Okay. Chrissy. I saying that correctly?
Yep.
Sick, dude. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Okay. And I take it you're selling to women or to men? Oh, it's women softball. So yeah, women,
Yeah, it'll probably be mostly women, but I mean these girls get a lot. I mean they get constant incoming messages from parents. Doesn't matter if it's women, their kids are girls or boys. They
Okay.
want to know how to reach the next level. How'd you win the championship?
Oh,
How'd you pull it
dude,
together?
this is my fucking jam. Let's go. Sorry, I'm a little animated right now. This is so sick. Hell yeah, dude. Okay, I just literally went to Google and just typed in softball parents. So I'm gonna take a screenshot and we'll put it here and you know what to do with that.
Okay.
Uh, if you don't mind me asking, how old are the kids? Like, with these parents, like, when are they becoming more active in like, how do I get my kids to the next level? Is it like right before they get into high school, or are they in high school? Because I used to do like a lot of sports.
They're probably in their junior year, I would say. Kids in their junior
Junior
year because
year?
they're trying to
Okay,
figure out where are they going to go? How do I get my kid into, Texas or into this school, or what do we have to do
gotcha.
to level up our game to get, to your level?
Okay, perfect. I think I found a picture that speaks to it. So, what helps me with this one? This is just on the internet, so I'll just do the parent. I won't do the kid. There we go. That should be fine. I'll make sure this is properly correct. Person probably is like really cares about their family. See, bam. All right, cool. Let me know if this is accurate. Bam.
That's it. There she is.
Yep, typical softball. Yeah, it used to be like travel ball and shit, and like this was the
Yeah, so
jam.
you
My
know.
favorite thing was the fucking best. It's like these guys are like, you gotta try your best, and like their fucking bellies like hanging out from under their shirt, and it's just like, dude, we're trying.
Yeah. Yeah. Yep. That's
Yeah,
right. It looks
dude.
exactly.
Nothing
Yeah.
wrong with it. Nothing wrong. I just thought that was hilarious.
You nailed it.
Okay, so I would say she's probably late 30s, if anything.
Mm-hmm.
These moms, because like yeah, okay, so be like 30 to 40 years old, and then let's just name what's a cool name you like? It seems like it'd
You're
probably
not
be
wrong, Alex. You're not wrong. He suggested
okay,
Karen.
sick. Yeah, dude, let's go.
You win that.
Alrighty. Okay, Karen, the cool one. There, Karen.
Yeah.
Okay, stick. Okay, so obviously female. She's out of line, but but he's right. That's second fuck. Dude, Karens are actually misunderstood people, okay? They just want to be heard and they want to be cared for, okay? They're just being very critical. All right, dude, you just gotta fucking love them up. Dude, it's so easy to disarm them. Like, oh, thank you so much for your advice. I didn't even think about that. They're like, what? Someone validates my feelings? Should I call me a bitch? Like, what? Like, shit. All right,
Karen
sorry.
psychology.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay,
It's good.
so as you can tell, I spend a lot of time alone and talking to myself. Internet marketing. Okay, so let me believe. I would say they're probably a little bit helpless on this one. The reason for that, you like, because they're most likely are paying for coaching, and then like if they're legit trying to get their kids to the next level, that college stuff is not like, oh, like let me just join my high school team. It's like they're usually doing some sort of travel ball, so they probably
Mm-hmm.
are aware of what's happening. Dude, I don't know if you remember this. Actually, you may not know, but there was like this like one scam that came out, and we got like letters and stuff, and it's like, oh, like you've been recruited, and we're like, oh, we get to go to China, bro. It was a human trafficking thing. Like, what the
Oh my God.
fuck? Yeah,
That's why
so I
we're
went to
happy to have
China. It
these
was super
girls. They've
cool.
experienced it, they know
Yeah,
they
dude.
know what the journey looks like.
Exactly, exactly. So I would say, okay, help this. Okay, so I'll explain everything real quick and just make sure you
Okay.
guys are perfectly fine. Um, that one's mechanical, creative. Okay. You might be dynamic, mechanical. I'll explain that in a moment. And then obviously accountability. And then done with you. Okay, so when you're doing these coaching programs, are you working with the parents? Or are you working with the athlete?
Well, with these athletes, our validators, we work directly with them, but this case would probably be they'll sign up online. It's a
Okay.
Kajabi course and it'll be a self-guided
Okay.
course, but we'll probably have an upsell offer to have access to the star players.
Gotcha. Okay, okay. So for the time being, since it's a Kajabi course that they'll do themselves, I'll say it's a
Hmm.
do it yourself just for the trip offer,
Yep,
just get people in. That's literally
for
all it
sure.
is, okay? Obviously, with the back end, it'll be a different one. For this one, the type of market, I think I was talking to this with Thomas. So I think this might be a mental thing, like a physical, psychological. Because like,
It is
are you
definitely
guys
mental.
helping? Okay, perfect, perfect. Okay.
It's like leadership from the
Cool.
inside out is
Perfect, dude. That's a huge reference. If you could do that, dude. How old are these kids? Like that they're
these.
working, they're like what? They're juniors, they're teenagers.
I don't know.
So
I don't have kids.
Inside Out is relevant to them. So okay, yeah. So
Yeah, the
if they
movie
are
Inside Out is actually
juniors,
part of the course curriculum, watching that movie and reflecting on it.
perfect. Yeah, the reason I say this is because like my sister she's 20. So yeah, so she's around that age, like Gen Z area, like that Gen Z. So yeah, Inside Out is like a fucking staple for them.
Hmm.
Don't see Inside Out too. Apparently it's ass. But yeah,
That's
so
what the kids tell me.
Oh, dude, see, I'm connected.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
fucking
what they
connected,
say.
dog.
You are connected.
Yeah, connected to autism, but
Yes, Alex, it's a lot of coaching the parents is coaching the kids. It's a lot of, the parents are the biggest problem, not the kids.
yeah, dude, 100%. That's usually it right there. Okay, let's do this. Okay. I want to give you like a good starting point from there, and then obviously you could build, and this will be like an interactive thing. Because like, dude, what you're doing is so cool. Like, dude, imagine this. I've seen it happen so many times. Like, this family puts all their like effort into this one kid, which is a lot of fucking pressure actually. And it's like you're going to go to college and like be the first one in our family to go to college. Like that's a lot of pressure, but it's also really cool. And like if they're especially like the oldest or like somewhere in the middle or something like that, they get to help the younger generation, like or the younger siblings, like see what's possible. Super cool.
Mhm.
Super cool. So you're doing great stuff, dude. Really good stuff.
Thank you.
I'm also a chronic liar. I'm kidding.
Nice. It's overwhelming to be in
marketing
this
is.
position because we also do like
Yeah.
executive coaching. Like there's so many different avatars to talk about,
Yeah.
but this is just immediate. So
Okay, let's
this
do
is
this.
great.
I got you, dude. Softball. So when you make a copy for yourself, you can do another one
Yes.
for
Thank you.
executive coaching. I got you, dog. Okay, so what do you think some problems are within this market? Like, what are people coming to you to solve?
Um,
And there's no right or wrong answer. This is just that me and you are talking, trying to just
these are the
figure it
kind
out.
of parents that would like pay like Becky from Full House, to get their kid into college. These are the kids that are
Okay.
like the parents that have been putting their kids into comp sports since they were 3.5 years old.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. So a problem would be standing out. Obviously skill,
Hmm.
being able to ball.
Competitive
Oh,
advantage, I
yeah.
guess.
Again, this is not all permanent. You can always go back and delete stuff. So please, if
Hmm.
you think there's something else that we could do, tell me. Or if you're by yourself, like with this, working on this at home or whatever, or in your office, whatever it is, feel free to change it. This is not set in stone. Okay. Um, but at Edge, what is standing out? What about like interviewing coaches? I remember that was a big thing. It's like you got to know how to present yourself. School. Oh, there we go. Scholarships.
Oh, yes. Yes.
Scholarships, recruitment. Sorry, I'm very familiar with this fucking process. Recruitment, coach interviews, coaching interviews, or scouts. That might be a part of that. But oh, do you have this fuck? I forgot. I used to be a part of this. It was like a portal. Like you have like a portal where you can like create a profile and stuff. You can like watch
Yes.
tape on it. That was more for football. Yeah, it's like how to set up your highlight reel and like be discovered. Do you get what I mean? Like I don't know if they do that for softball.
Yeah, no, that's a great
Um,
idea. That's so much extra added
social
value.
media slash social media. Okay, so the reason I'm putting social media, but what I'll do for this is like a profile. Fuck, what was it? Like sports profile. The reason I'm putting social media is because the new generation of athletes now, it's not no longer just a profile. Now, since college athletes can have access to money, it's more
Hmm.
the precedent is for social media following. This is so fucking big right now. Um,
Yeah.
like if you look at some of the most recent like fucking women rock stars, just depending, I'm just saying rock stars just because everyone knows who they are. They're pretty much names and stuff. Is literally Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese, that chick from LSU, like the gymnast or something like that. Like, dude, they're making baller money when they were in college, and a lot of new collegers are doing that. So it's like social media following will probably be like a pretty good one, and how to like present yourself, how to like really go about that. I think that'll be huge. Um, cool. Yeah, that's really
That is
good.
huge, especially coming from players that have huge followings. We had a call this morning with Maddie Hayes. That's 192,000. That's pretty good, for the audience we're trying to reach.
Bro, that's huge, especially for
Yeah.
kids. Like, because the other thing too, you got to think of the multiple opportunities that come with it. not only do they have a social media presence, doing like the whole fucking Bill Clinton shit, like dude, watch like presidential stuff. Like this shit's hilarious. I don't take notes from Bill Clinton, but just this one's like so funny. So with the social media stuff, this gives them more access to new things. Because it's like, hey, we'll build you a foundation for XYZ. And then on top of that, like say college doesn't work out, there's now more cases now. So I like to grapple, which is like hugging. I literally just like to hug. That's like I just like to hug really well. That's literally all I fucking do. The people who are like, oh, I do jujitsu, oh, I wrestle, or like do MMA, just like don't think they're that tough. They just get hugged a lot. They're like, I like it when a guy hugs me from behind and chokes me. It's like, yeah, not tough, dog. Sorry, total side tangent. But what's happening is now, like, with what's happening now with the sports stuff, it's sometimes it's not working out for them. However, it giving them a platform. There's this one guy, I'm totally forgetting his name, but he used to be a wrestler, and he has a social media following. He's like one of the biggest wrestlers in the world. He's never won Olympic gold, never really competed. He hasn't really won anything that's crazy. Where it's like if you're like college, like elite status, like he doesn't really have that, but he has a social media following and he gets access to so many different things now. Let me pull him up. This will help you as well. Wrestler. Things. Social media. Yeah, he's just does like these ankle kicks. It's so he's so fucking good too. Sorry, I'm totally geeking out right now. Do you follow this one wrestler who does this? Like, no, you don't. But yeah, okay. I'll side tangent all that. But are you good on this, Christy, so far? I realize I'm getting
Yeah,
distracted.
this is really good. Yeah, no, and thinking about, like you said, new audiences is, yeah, that we've got girls right now this week doing Olympic tryouts. So to be prepared for that, we've got to get,
Dude,
it's just everything. I'm so overwhelmed. There's so much to do.
of course, man. Like, I think they'll be
So this
so
is really
big. Like,
helpful.
what you have is so cool. Dude, I'm rooting for you. You got this, bro.
Thank
Well,
you. Thank you.
girl, bro is like my fucking most inclusive. Dude is my inclusive as fuck. That's my daytime. Yeah, but
I
you're doing
identify
great.
as bro. I'm
I'll
good.
send a copy. Let's go,
Thank you.
dog.
Thank you, everybody. Thanks for everybody for
Of course, of
listening.
course. Yeah, you know how to speak clearly, and there you go. I just dropped into the chat. Feel free to make a copy of it. That
Got
works for
it.
you. And then I believe Kevin has another call after this. So I want to hop off here in a sec. I want to make sure I have this right. One sec, dudes. Okay. Shit. All right. Do you guys have any other questions or anything like that? I don't want to take up too much more of your time. Kevin, go ahead, dude. What's up?
No, just yeah. I've got to follow this monster call, so I'm
Oh,
looking forward.
fuck. I'm sorry, dude. I wanted to go big with the first call. I was so nervous. I couldn't sleep
Yeah,
last
no,
night.
you did great. You did great. It forced us all to lift up our game, right? So I'm looking forward to it.
Dude, you guys are cool as fuck. All right, enough circle jerking.
Yeah. No, yeah, my call kicks off in 40 minutes. So yeah, we're gonna do
Okay.
underserved markets, and just kind of thinking on
Let's
that.
fucking go.
Yeah, I think it applies nicely to this. So, and then a couple other things, and
Oh,
we'll
yeah.
be great as always.
Sweet, sweet. Well, dude, thank you guys for fucking showing up. I really appreciate it. I was so nervous. I was like, no one's going to show up, and you guys did. So thank you. Did show up for Kevin's. He's going to be hopping off in a sec and then going in 40 minutes to talking about offers. So if you need that, highly recommend that. Hendra, it's called lying, and I peed my pants 5 times. But that's a different. It's not a bigger challenge. But I hope you guys have a good day. Thank you so much, and let's start up something fun. All right, see you dudes. Take care.
Guys.